What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bussin' with the Boys. This is the weekend recap show where we talk ball, we talk everything. We are presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook, and we are officially 5 days away. 5 days away from one of the most important moments in college football history. Michigan versus Nebraska, the Bussin Bowl.
Now, our friends at FanDuel are hooking the boys up with Taylor versus Will, 50% profit boost token for the game this Saturday. All you have to do is head to FanDuel.com/Bussin, tap that PBT, and pick your winner. You go to the app, you see Taylor versus Will, you draw a line in the sand. Are you taking Michigan, winningest college football program of all time, or Nebraska?
Some of you at home might be thinking of taking... but the rest of you are maybe thinking Nebraska.
Either way, you got to crack open your FanDuel Sportsbook app this Saturday, and you got to grab that Taylor versus Will 50% profit boost token.
Head to FanDuel.com/Bussin to get started. So we know how I feel.
Is there some animosity going on?
We know how Taylor feels. How's the rest of the bus feeling? What's the rest of the bus thinking?
We know where they stand.
Who are we tailing? Who are we fading?
Right.
That's a 50% profit boost token on this game, boys.
And Will, not to make you anything uncomfortable about the situation, that's perfectly normal. But did you refuse to say Michigan? Some of you home might be thinking, and then you paused.
Oh, I thought I said it.
Oh, you thought you said it?
Yeah.
Who are you guys taking this week?
I'm going to ride with Nebraska.
Love it. Sure.
The only thing that I'm worried about is
Who are you taking?
What just happened? He refused to say Michigan. That's like not shaking hands before the game. That doesn't turn out so well sometimes. That kind of scared me right there. But I am leaning Nebraska.
Okay. G, mic's in your hand.
I'm going to take the over in this game.
That's the pussification of America. That's the pussification.
All right,
But
that. I'm taking Nebraska.
Good.
He's in that Willie tab.
I'm taking the under.
Okay, same answer as G.
That's not the same answer.
You're taking the under in this. In the
On the profit boost token.
All right,
if
profit
you
boost
click
token.
Will or Taylor.
Right now, it's Nebraska. It's liable to change.
Based on what?
You know what, Will.
That's why. What is this based on?
What's the spread right now?
3.5.
I thought,
Which it has been since the summer.
buddy, I showed you the screenshot. Zoom in.
When I saw that tweet, I thought, I know I placed this bet in June. I got him.
So 3.5 to Michigan?
3.5 to Michigan. But I think at this point right now, that's a rivalry game.
Let's
You
just
throw
check.
records at
Let's
the
check.
window.
Maybe it's moved.
You throw records at the window in a rivalry game. Like for me, I mean, I believe this is a double-digit win for Michigan, just from a mental standpoint. You see how the fan base is already acting.
Right.
But I'll be taking Michigan money line. Because the last thing you want is to be a close game and then be upset you lost as much money I'm about to bet.
I'm taking
Right.
Nebraska -2.5.
What I would like to do is
no,
take,
that's just what I'm taking.
Oh, you took it Nebraska -2.5?
I will whenever it's available. Right now, the alternate lines are not available.
I'll probably move.
Oh, it's now at 1.5.
Oh.
The game is now at 1.5, Michigan. This is a pick'em.
Dang, because if it was 3.5, I was honestly going to move it and do Nebraska +6.5. But now it's a pick'em.
If you're looking at the promo happening on FanDuel, the Will or Taylor, which one are you claiming?
And it's like they know. They just refuse to.
No,
Guys,
this
hey.
last week has just shattered my. I'm
Yeah.
everywhere with college football right now.
For those of you who not just here for the Bussin Bowl, we
Right.
do have to give T's and P's out to Jack McPherson and JP Hovey. They
Yeah.
went through a lot. They went through a lot this weekend. So thoughts and prayers with them and their family.
Yeah, thank you. I guess for the sake of this and in this moment, similar to Jack, I'll take Nebraska, but I could go either way by the end of the week.
Fun opportunity to see the boys on socials. Basically, you're saying follow your socials. Jack,
Yeah,
follow your socials.
exactly.
You'll find out who you're taking Saturday morning. Exciting stuff. Listen, this is the biggest rivalry trophy game in sports. People know it. People are aware of it. The commissioner of college football, Josh Pate, he'll be talking about it. The people at ESPN this Thursday, whether they like it or not, they're going to be talking about it. This is a massive game. This is is Michigan going to be who we think they can be, and is Nebraska finally going to turn the page towards better pastures? This is a big defining game for both teams. Before we get into the hate, the animosity, the back and forth, all of it, it is our special boy's birthday week. Let's give him a round of applause. And instead of waiting till Friday, when I can only assume my CTE brain will say something that hits Will the wrong way, that I don't mean it, but maybe I do mean it, and I want to backtrack, but I can't backtrack. So instead of getting to a point of animosity and the gift doesn't feel as good, I think it's only good right now that I do this on Monday morning, giving you your birthday gift.
Oh yeah. But you're really throwing me off with that one. What I was going to say is we are postponing my birthday until this game is over. Because this birthday means nothing unless the Huskers get a W. Nothing.
Right. So your first gift, I have two gifts. My boy's a big fan of two different franchises. The first gift I got Will Compton for his 36th birthday.
36. I will be 36, man.
Is a first edition print hardcover copy of Jurassic Park.
Holy.
This book. Something about this book. So what I was told about this book is there's like first edition copies, and then there's before first edition copies as well, where they essentially send them to the bookstore, and the bookstore reads it, and they say, "Oh, we like this book. This is how many copies we want." This is that version of that book. Very, it's in great condition as well.
That's sick.
Will, over under 130 pages. You think that's what the line is set at?
Oh, me reading it?
Yeah.
Over.
All right.
I'll knock this book
Not
out.
so fast, my friend. Because
Yeah.
keeping the same theme, because I know my boy every New Year wants to read a little bit more. I got him a first edition Star Wars, George Lucas Star Wars book, and if you go to the front page, signed.
Whoa.
This book is signed. Now, I believe it's
George Lucas.
George Lucas. Yeah.
Hang on, let me look here.
Now, what I will say about this book is it's not just about the franchise. You think about Little Rue and Little Scotty. Someday, Will Compton is going to leave this earth. And I don't know what he has to pass down to his kids. He might lose it all this weekend after the Bussin Bowl. So I want him to have some things to give to his children when he's over, and I feel like this is one of those things.
Thank you, man.
Huh?
A will.
A will.
In his will.
In his will.
Hey, these are awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Those are done, Taylor.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. That was a lot of thought put into that. Let's talk about college football. Michigan, Nebraska. Listen, they both did really well against their opponents. Bryce Underwood, you see that the game plan. That's the game plan. That's the game plan you use if you want to be successful in this era of college football. You can't run the ball on 3rd and 6 versus Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, they learned a valuable lesson. I feel really good about that. Nebraska, I think they're like number 1 pass defense in all of college football right now.
We're up there in several categories.
Yeah, they're up there in several categories. Let's look past who they played. Let's look past that. I think the record they played against is like 2-6, but they look good. Dylan Raiola looks good. He needs more national notoriety. If he takes over this win, he plays well. I think he's going to get it.
I think he needs to be in the Heisman conversation.
I bet. I mean, yeah.
Look at him statistically. I say that, with a full heart, zero bias.
Right. Houston Christian and Akron were the last 2 teams they played. Let's talk about the game of the weekend, which unfortunately was Georgia-Tennessee. My feeling of it, Jack, was it's 21-7. You're feeling really good. Joey Aguilar is the guy. 24 hours after this game takes place, UCLA's head coach gets fired. Nico is in an absolute blender over there in Pasadena, California. But get to the end of the game, you guys kind of forget how to play football a little bit. Gunnar Stockton, they did what they said he'd do. They kept it vanilla, and all of a sudden, this dude is ripping it all over the yard, hitting it vertical. Talked about them like taking long, sustaining drives, and it's like they just really put their meat on the table and handled it. That kicker to me is like, you saw it in his face before the kick, and I know you were there. Were you there?
No.
You weren't there, so you saw the TV copy. You could see the kicker mentally in a blender. I digress. I'll let you have your words.
I mean, everyone's expecting some long, drawn-out pissed off speech. I have a few things written down.
Titans play the
I
Chargers.
mean, you said most of it. I mean, Joey Aguilar is the guy. That's a very positive key from the game and so far this season. I mean, 370 plus yards. Chris Brazzell, he was truly unguardable. He had 177 yards, 3 TDs. It felt like old Tennessee football. Nealon was rocking. Yeah, dude. Game winner. You just gotta hit the kick. You just got to hit the kick, and we folded in the end. And to lose in overtime sucks, but I don't know if I'm ready to say this out loud, but like it's something that people are talking about, and I will eventually get there. I think I just need like 24 more hours to really let it all just feel.
Yeah.
But Tennessee can play with anyone in the country. That was shown. Can they win, though, with anyone in the country? Who knows? But we just got some big games we got to win coming up. There's never been like a positive atmosphere after a loss like this. I mean, this is truly one of like probably the hardest losses for Tennessee fans that has ever existed. I mean, 9 in a row is brutal. And against Georgia, and Kirby Smart's out there on the field afterwards, like, oh, we didn't play our best game. And like, of course, like, what? It's coach speak. Like, what are you gonna say? Like, yeah, like they should have won that game. No. But Joey Aguilar is a dog. We have weapons, and then there's a lot of confidence around the team. It's just like sucks when it's so close right there. I mean, so many opportunities. And you just gotta hit that kick. And then Gilbert goes out in overtime and hits the exact same kick. And then first play of OT for Georgia, 21-yard rush. It's already over. So yeah, and then the Titans,
Hold on.
You know how it
Let's-
goes.
let's-
You know
We're
how
on
it
call.
goes.
Yeah, we'll come back to you on that.
I don't have much to say about the Titans.
Does it make you feel a little bit better that maybe like either Tennessee's really good or maybe Georgia's not the powerhouse?
Like
The
in this,
SEC 's a
in
little
this
more wide
scenario,
open.
You almost want Georgia to be a powerhouse. So that loss means something. You don't want Georgia to like go and take a bad loss because you're like, oh wow, well Tennessee, they couldn't even give in overtime. So again, there's positives to come from the game. I just can't find them in my heart.
I'll tell you what, you guys have a dog at receiver.
Yeah, Chris Brazzell's sick. Mike Matthews is great. Running backs are great. Just, you just got to clean it up.
Thought your line protected real well all day.
But
Yeah,
that
he had
false
a ton of
start, that
time.
false
That
start,
false
That
start
false
feels
start
crazy.
will kill. You can place the blame on a lot of people, but yeah, that false start hurts. It definitely backs him up. That kicker is. I just saw a tweet and it looks like, or what did it say? Tennessee's kicker looks like he's about to go storm the beaches of Normandy. And so he should have died there if he was there. But I truly feel bad for him walking pedestrian walkway, which is like our main strip in Knoxville today. Because there are some crazy Tennessee fans, way crazier than me, that would like physically assault that guy if they saw him on campus. So I really hope that he's gotten a little bit of sleep, because you just can imagine he has like a huge test this week in school, like student athlete, student first. You're fucked. You can't even take the test in class.
Gets in the bus. Can't sit here.
Yeah, not here, man. Go
Yeah.
eat alone.
God.
He's gonna win Tennessee a game this year.
I think
For his mental, I really hope so.
yeah.
There was a story that Will references a lot about my college days. This kid, the long snapper, in like 2015, had a bad snap against Michigan State. We were about to win the game. They end up, messing it up. Michigan State falls in the ball, scores a touchdown. That kid had to transfer because he was getting death threats. Like, that's the kind of...
Yeah, the kick 6 against Auburn, that kid never even seen or heard of him again.
Yeah, right. He might be dead.
He's just locked up somewhere.
Locked up. He's just locked up somewhere.
I did
I
I felt bad for you. I felt bad for Tennessee fans. For it to be in Neyland too. Like, you guys did everything you possibly could to deserve and win that game. Gunnar Stockton showed up.
Yeah,
The receiver room took off.
He
Yeah.
put that,
And then that's
ball
what
in
Pate
the
would say. Pate kept
bucket.
talking about the perimeter players on Georgia. Like, if you give them an opportunity, they're going to take advantage.
Yeah.
Both teams were throwing it all over.
Yeah.
I think what I'm
It was
most
an awesome game
You
to
guys
watch.
won
Yeah.
shots downfield, the explosives.
You guys hit the game plan to win the game.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing that makes me the most upset is like I can't enjoy how good of a college football game that is because of my bias. But like, truly, that matches up with Tennessee, Alabama in 2022. Like, it just didn't go our way. And most likely, if we hit that kick, Neyland, they're storming the field, which I did not want, but I would have been thrilled about it. But here we are. Well, Tennessee, we're gonna move on, and there's confidence in the program. We just got to clean stuff up.
Is there confident? Or you had something else?
I just had one thing. Do you, from a silver lining standpoint, do you feel good that you called it?
Called.
I mean, you said the whole week.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know why you looked at me.
I'm just looking
You're
at
seeing
Angel's
that
direction.
you saw the board
Yeah, I
clearly.
called it. Thank you, Taylor.
Well, I don't know. You kept saying it. You said it on Thursday night. You said it on Wednesday morning.
Hey, so I am 100% taking Nebraska this week. 100% now. Yeah, I tried to. It was a reverse jinx. It didn't work.
It's just
Onward.
Is there? Speaking of confidence, is there confidence? Is there confidence with South Carolina? JP, that was
JP. JP feels good.
What was that? 31-7.
Yeah, it was 31-7.
I do wish Lawrence or Lenore Sellers was healthy. He gets taken out, but even if he's playing, Vanderbilt seemed to put a good show on that South Carolina defense.
Definitely. Vanderbilt's game plan was awesome. Running the play clock down to 1 before you snap the ball every single drive, every single play.
Exhausting.
It's exhausting as a fan, exhausting as a coach, exhausting as a player. Like, because it makes the game kind of boring to watch too, regardless of if you're a fan of either team. But it works, and you know why they do it. They also have a lot of really good players they haven't had in the past. But to your point, Cade was balling. He was
good.
Cade immediately sends me a selfie in the locker room with one of his teammates with just 2 heart emojis. I said Cade McConnell is 1-0 and Cade McConnell hate weeks. But dude, it was the only time I ever have a problem with South Carolina is when I feel like the team isn't playing inspired and energetic and like they want to be out there. And I felt like when Sellers went out, guys were not flying around how they flew around in the first 2 games. And that's the only part. All I ask for from players is effort every play. You can make mistakes. You can have the worst game of your life, but if you're trying and you're giving it your all, I'm in. I'm okay with the loss.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, I gotta recalibrate my approach to the year. Are we gonna go 11-1? We could. Does this make the story of the season that much better? It does. But we got to focus on Monday. We got to focus on Tuesday. We got to focus on Missouri. I'm thinking we're not going to see Luke Doty at quarterback this week going into Missouri because I think Sellers is out again. Aaron Nolan, Ohio State's backup last year, is on our team. There's a reason we got him in the portal. So I'm hopeful because I know we got guys. I know we got dogs, and I know the coaching staff. I hate the doomsday South Carolina fans. Shane Beamer is the fastest coach to 30 wins in program history. He beat Spurrier. He beat Lou Holtz. He's the guy. I trust the staff, and I need the fan base to do the same.
How do you feel about that like targeting call that got called or they blew the whistle after they snapped the ball?
Yeah, that was frustrating.
Nick Harbor was gone.
Yeah, he was out.
He was
88
bro.
at the gate.
Which does it can change a game, and it was frustrating because I also feel bad for the Vandy kid. Like I feel like it should have been more of maybe a roughing the passer than a targeting. But man, I understand why Beamer was so pissed because
after the ball was snapped.
And if you're a backup quarterback, they had 5-10 minutes.
He was 25 yards down the field.
Bro. And then we did get to a little bit of peek of Nick Harbor returning a kick. I don't know if y'all saw it, but he took it from the very back of the end zone and just ran straight to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Like striding. I'd stand
His
up off the
speed
couch
is
like,
crazy.
Standing off the couch.
oh, yeah, is he about to go all the way right now? But because we've been waiting to see that. Everybody has.
So, Mizzou's going to be tough too.
Yeah,
Missouri's good.
That's a good ball club. Is it in Missouri?
Yeah.
That's a good ball club.
But that's the best part about the SEC schedule. You have so many opportunities to turn your season around, and it can all change on one Saturday. We beat Missouri. This game doesn't matter. It's on to the next. We have momentum all of a sudden.
Do you think we all kind of, I don't know, do we think we underestimated Vanderbilt this year?
Yeah, for sure.
I think
could they be?
They could be.
Could they be is what I'm saying.
I think we still have to see more from Vanderbilt.
More.
Here's why. Because between Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and then they had another common opponent with Virginia Tech. You had Virginia Tech playing South Carolina tough in Atlanta. That was an open week 1 football game. But it's like, hey, Virginia Tech, that's a tough team. It seemed like South Carolina played well enough to get the dub. Vandy struggled with Virginia Tech in the first half, then beat the brakes off them in the second half. But still, it's like, hey, that's a tough game. It's really setting up this Vanderbilt-South Carolina game. Then you see what happens in this Vanderbilt-South Carolina game, and then you see what happened to Virginia Tech against Old Dominion. They got destroyed. The coach got fired.
Yeah.
Coach got fired. So it's like
Brent Pry, is that his name?
yeah, Pry. He gets fired. So it's like I don't know. I don't know with South Carolina. I don't know with Vanderbilt. I feel like Vanderbilt they look a lot better. I think Clark Lea deserves a shit ton of credit.
Yeah,
People love him. The culture he has. He seems like the guy, like a really good coach in this league.
But you're saying the test that they had this week might have not have been the test to actually
Right.
gauge because of their common
Right,
opponent.
because when I looked and then I saw the VTech score, and then you see what happens where he gets fired, I'm just like, man, I wonder if Vandy. I kind of have the same question mark with LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you said it.
We'll
though.
go to LSU in a second.
I think you said though. Clark Lea, like since he's been at Vandy, has changed the culture fast. He's brought guys in through the portal, and he knows his team well enough and knows how to game plan well enough that they stick to it, and it obviously works. Like the snapping
I'm
the
with
ball at 1 second, like
Yeah.
mind game.
We have 4
Clock
possessions in the
control.
first half.
It's like they
O-line
know
looks
what
good.
they're
It's
doing and they
yeah.
execute
as
it.
good as they've ever looked on the offensive
So
line.
someone's just got to respond with like an equal test, like
Yeah.
a game plan against them.
They match up. That play style matches up really well against us, like in our defense, because we want the guys to be throwing the ball. We want to have opportunities to force mistakes. Vanderbilt, the only time they're going to make a mistake is if Pavia just decides to
Coughs one up.
be an
Yeah.
idiot. But like I think they do match up well against us, and they might not match up well against a defense that's built differently.
Who does Vandy got this week?
Yeah, let's look that up. While we're looking that up, let's get into LSU Florida.
Man, bro.
Lagway, 5 interceptions on the day. Billy Napier is not feeling good. He's definitely on the hot seat right now.
I felt
And, like-
so good about that game too. Like picking Florida plus 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, you had the logic behind what you were saying is right. Like, give me the hungry dog, give me the wounded animal, and I think like
Not
a lot of
thinking
times it
Lagway
goes
would
well.
go 5.
But it's like now we're getting to the point with Florida. It's like, okay, you pressed. This is your 5-star guy that was your savior. Is he the guy? Is he not the guy? He's feeling the same pressure that we're seeing right now. So does he start to press? And it's like you go from that 6-week run last year where like Napier like went from hot seat guy to, oh no, this is our guy, to now it's like I don't see a world where Florida can kind of right this ship.
I don't either because
figure it
I think Lagway's going to have the yips. I
Yeah.
feel like you throw 5 picks like that, you start getting in your head.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You
if
start
have 5 picks-
questioning when you
if
release
have
the ball.
3 picks, you're in your head.
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly,
2.
yeah.
And the fact you had 5 and like, buddy, some of them were just, no disrespect. I can't. Yeah, we've seen the way I throw a ball, but it's like those decisions, those balls were not.
Can't have them.
Can't have them. And then you look at LSU, and it's like, okay, LSU's a 3-0 for the first time since 2019. They're winning games. They played 2 ranked. Well, Florida wasn't ranked, but they played 2 opponents that are like, this is going to be big games.
They
for
played
them.
against a really good defense. Florida's got
Yeah.
a good defense.
And you look at the defense from like year 1 of Brian Kelly to year 3 now, it's like, oh, they are like a top 10 defense. They look
Yeah.
incredible. But then Garrett Nussmeier and the boys on the other side of the ball, they can't figure out a way to push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
And it's like, when does that exposure happen? Which kind of brings us back to the Vanderbilt question is like, are they real? Because who's really the owner of the SEC right now?
Yeah.
Alabama had that
College
loss against
football
Florida
in
State.
general, man. I feel like it's
Georgia,
wide open.
Georgia survives Tennessee. Vanderbilt kind of just like looks like the most steady program right now.
I mean, Oregon.
No, I'm talking about the
In
SEC.
the SEC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Oregon looks good. They didn't cover.
Yeah.
They didn't cover.
They
so
did
like,
not
are they
cover.
who we thought they were? Are the Ducks who we thought they were?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know. But yeah, it's a big one. Okay, go back to Vanderbilt's. Well, wait, where's the dates at here?
So they got Georgia State this week.
Okay.
Georgia
Muffin,
State, Utah
Muffin,
State.
Bench
Bama.
game.
So then October 4th
They
at
lost Georgia State
Bama.
last year.
That'll be a great game.
That'll be a great
They
game.
got from Bama. They got Bama, LSU, Mizzou, Texas, and Auburn.
That's a gauntlet.
Kentucky, and
That's a
then finish it up with
mid-October,
Tennessee.
You know they're
late
beating Auburn.
November gauntlet right there.
Right, Hugh Freeze, yeah.
Pavia's undefeated
Yeah.
against Freeze.
Nuts.
And what's his name? Coach Kill?
Kill Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry Kill. People
Jerry
talk
Kill.
highly of him too.
But man, yeah, like I just don't know. You just don't know with the SEC right now, which has got to, like, if you are a Tennessee fan or you're a South Carolina fan or you're a Bama fan, like, you're kind of in a good spot
Yeah.
because you're like, this one lot is not going to, we still have an opportunity. All the things are still in front of us.
Dude.
And then go ahead.
I was just going to, this is kind of separate from them, but like Arkansas is going to be very good either by the end of this year or next year. They're going to have a squad that's competing at the top.
I didn't catch. Are you talking about the way they performed against Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Don't they have a quarterback?
Yeah, Taylor Green. He's super athletic, but Petrino and Pittman, I think they're going to cook something.
I was gonna say
It'd be awesome to see Arkansas good.
Be sick.
Yeah,
my
it'd be
question
sick.
mark with LSU too. Again, it's like you beat Florida by 10 and you had 5 interceptions. Like they were. I want to say LSU might have turned the ball over one time. So you're what?
You're plus 4 in the turnover
You're
margin.
plus
You have
4 in
yeah.
the turnover margin, and you only beat Florida by 10 points. Florida's lost to USF. Like Florida, obviously, they just lost to LSU. And then you look at LSU, it's like, oh, is this going to be the team this year? Because they opened with Clemson and beat Clemson in a good game, but then Clemson just goes and gets handled
Right,
by
it's
Georgia
the same
Tech.
example you gave about Virginia Tech. It's
Yeah.
like, really, who has LSU played this year?
Right, like are they going to be for real? So
Yeah.
I feel like LSU's a little bit on that fraud watch. And by the way, I think the Weeks brothers, just
Dogs.
absolute psychopaths.
Psych-
Do you
Had to
see
put in
this
the youngest
family?
one.
Yeah, and he's
I
out,
can't believe
and
there's
he's out,
3. That's
he's
so
out there
awesome.
pre-snap like talking shit, like you see his head going up and down. Like this family's just a bunch of
And they're all from
psychos, bro.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
They're all just like, they love the
I think their
Tigers.
dad played at Georgia, and they have a brother that is either at Georgia
from
now or
Georgia?
played at Georgia. Yeah,
Oh, I thought they were from. I thought they
Big
were
Georgia
all, like,
ties.
born and bred.
Transferred to LSU from somewhere.
yeah.
I look at
Big
these 3
Geor-
boys
big
with the
Georgia
crop
ties.
tops on. Like, you got to make sure this is in the.
And they're
bubble.
all psychos. And by the way, that targeting call on Whit Weeks was bullshit.
Whitwig's
Man.
is a crazy name. To get
Did
to
you
do.
happen to see that hit?
I didn't.
Bro, this is just a regular tackle, bro. And the receiver was kind of going down, and Whit was coming across the middle, and he just kind of hits him like this, like a sideline tackle. And the receiver kind of puts it down, but he engages with his helmet. They kick him out of the game. He's out of the game in like the first quarter, and he is going nuts on the sideline.
I bet.
Little bro ends up getting in, and he's just talking shit before the
Yeah,
snap.
that-
the
see,
ball's
that's-
being
You
snapped.
saw
Like this
Brian
family's
Kelly said
crazy.
about
That
him?
still image right there is the problem with college football.
Yeah, yeah. Look
That's
at that, bro.
Crazy to me.
And that's just a pursuit drill too. Like that wasn't a catch bang tackle. Like he caught the ball and he's just pursuing to the sideline.
Right. Right.
Brian Kelly was like, I don't know if the youngest Weeks brother played well, but he played with a whole lot of energy.
That was going on. He might not know anything he was doing, but he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go psycho mode."
And that's
out
all I'm asking.
here. That's all. Yeah.
We got to have a moment of silence for our boy Shane Gillis. That's
Oh,
all,
yeah.
please.
Not really. They're still ranked.
Love you, Shane.
Love you, Shane. I mean, what a shootout. Yeah, they're ranked for the first time. We said in the pre-production, like 1987, something like that. Michigan went 0-2, and they were still ranked. It's just kind of.
You know this team too. They're gonna win out, and they're gonna be in the conversation for the college football
Yeah.
playoff at the end of the year.
And it really depends.
They
Like,
still have some hard games.
Not really, bro.
dude, no, the
Yeah.
rest of their schedule
Yeah.
is cake.
Their hardest game right now is USC, but outside of that, it's
USC
With
look kind of nice.
Syracuse.
USC look kind of nice versus Purdue. They look kind of nice. I know it's Purdue. I understand.
right. USC could be a good team this year, but I'm saying USC's all they really got left. You got
Ooh, they play Arkansas.
Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, USC, Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford.
Yeah, I guess like the conversation. I don't know a whole lot. I'm not familiar with Arkansas's bag, but you guys are saying that's going to be a little dogfight too.
Well,
Definitely.
where is it?
Scroll up.
in Fayetteville, which is
So if they get a double-digit win there, and they handle USC, I can see how they'll be in that
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
for the
yeah.
college
Especially if
football.
USC stays ranked, because USC is only 25 right now.
It's going to
But you
depend now with these
need,
other
you need a top
10-2
25
teams.
win if you're going to be an independent school. But it's the logo. It's touchdown Jesus. They have religion on their side. Like there's a lot of things going for them, and the rest of their schedule is. They're through it. They're through the hardest part of their schedule. and they're
They
in.
should have lost when they fumbled that snap for the extra point, and the cover was ruined from
Yeah.
that. I
was
was
gonna
like,
But at the
say,
you
same
gotta lose
time,
this
dude,
game.
when when A&M is marching down the field and they have a penalty, and I think a penalty should have gotten called on that left guard. Like that seemed like a holding call, and he throws it a little back shoulder
oh
throw
yeah, at the end of the game
with the
Yeah,
linebacker with his
100%.
shoulders turned. It's like, bro, how do you let that happen?
That quarterback for A&M's kind of fun.
What we
He
got here?
is
What is this?
Marcel.
Koki Riley. Is that who that is?
Koki Riley.
Koki
has
Riley.
0-2 Notre Dame ranked at number 10 in his AP poll submission.
Cookie Riley to stay off the cookie a little bit. That's a little crazy.
We were
I
talking.
don't understand this AP stuff.
We were talking about
It's obviously been a big conversation over the last week. You see Josh Pate calling everybody out. You see that that gal, that gal saying, who did she have ranked?
Wasn't it like was like Texas super high or like?
It
I
was,
forget.
but she had Florida ranked over somebody that had just beat Florida, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
USF.
Yes. Being out, yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all? Was the report true on Notre Dame? Was like we're ready to join the ACC or
saw
Big
that.
Ten if there's a 16-team playoff? They're
I
like,
saw
we'll do
that.
it
I just didn't know
tomorrow.
if it was real
Yeah.
because you don't know what's real out there. You see that. You see that.
Yeah.
That
Right,
no.
right.
It was
that-
tweeted at like midnight by I think like Pete Nakos. I was like,
You see that No 3 Sports Twitter account just doing
right.
just real trolling, like just making stuff up. And then you got Nico. It's about like Nico and UCLA, and then Nico's dad's in their DMs. He's like, oh, what do you know? They're in the DMs, and it's like this reporter said this, and the reporter's like, I've never said that in my life. Like this is wrong. This is all fake. So I never know what to believe on the internet.
God.
I think
Mm.
Nico's dad's going to be UCLA's head coach.
Bro, who wants to?
As
Who,
reported
who
by
would
No
want to
3.
be the
Buddy,
head coach of UCLA?
So
man?
the UCLA head coach gets fired. They went back to his press conference. Did you guys see that clip?
Yeah.
Buddy, talk about not having any stage presence at all.
you talking about when he got hired?
When he got hired, you see it?
Yeah,
And he's like, basically, I'm just, he's like the longest pause me like, basically, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the leader of men you want.
Even
in your
after the game
program?
this past week, they asked him like why he's the man for the job. He's like, I can get these kids to play for me, and it's like, buddy, you're
You
you're
lost to
0-3.
UNLV last week. What are you talking about?
You're 0-3 right now.
Yeah,
Did
you're
y'all-
0-3.
Arizona
y'all-
killed them.
Did y'all see what? So because that the Virginia Tech and UCLA coach got fired, the transfer portal for those two teams open up immediately.
Where does Nico head
For the
next?
next 30 days,
For
right?
the next 30 days, it's open. And I read this article. I think that like Nico could transfer and he could immediately start playing
Because they haven't played 4 games.
because they
this
haven't
year.
played 4 games. So these guys can like
No
Virginia
way.
Tech and UCLA might not have a football team at the end of the year because like not enough guys because all these guys are going to transfer and like it's like all like fine print stuff, but there's a chance that these guys like could be able to play
See a
at
couple
some
of
other
receivers
school.
in Virginia Tech side that I'd love to have in Maize and Blue.
If you're Nico, you got to get out
Big
of there.
players
right?
on
Calls,
those- on
Virginia
those
Tech got a couple
teams.
receivers now. I wouldn't mind having.
I don't
Virginia
know.
Tech.
I don't know where you go, but I'm just thinking clearly you made the wrong choice going to UCLA.
Isn't his brother the backup quarterback?
Nico said he's stepping away from the team to like focus on his like mental health. Like
That-
he's not even playing this week.
Is that real?
No,
I thought that was real.
that's from the No 3 Sports, bro.
Ooh, no, Mitch.
Hey,
And no 3
shade,
Sports.
hey,
Right,
it's
no
a
shade.
lawless world
Because
out
trust
there.
me, I had to click like 5 extra times to see if that stuff was real. Because he was saying that a reporter that covers UCLA was saying that, and the reporter's like quote tweeting it and everything, saying like this is false, like this has never been said.
But dude, Nico, like you see a lot of these like transfer portal guys, like Joey Aguilar, who starts at App State, really didn't have a whole lot of development. Then he goes to UCLA, then he ends up at Tennessee at like this massive program. Nico, you see the 5 stars too, man, where they go to Tennessee, then it's UCLA. Like the next stop for him is like Cal Poly.
I mean,
Like,
for
Did-
the show, but Cade McNamara did the same thing.
yeah, Cade, who's still in college.
He's at ETSU.
That is crazy. Yeah, friend of the show, Cade. But
Hey,
Dude.
did Cal end up winning? Oh, senior parlay, you needed Cal to beat Minnesota, and it was
Cal
at
ended up beating
9:30. So
Minnesota.
I was like, oh,
you know
I'm
who
gonna go watch
fucking
this.
talked me into that too? But the parlay was already dead because I took Notre Dame money line. But
I forgot
the
about
Midland boys, they were at Red Rock this weekend. They were playing at Red Rock, and they were all texting about plays. And Mark's like, "If there's one play I love, it's Minnesota versus Cal." I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll jump in that with you."
Minnesota money line over Cal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Them playing in Cal was like, We
So
just
weird.
saw it last year, bro. Like anytime you're traveling across the coast, like it never.
It's brutal.
Never
And that's
pans
why
out well.
Stanford, they got to switch up everything that they're doing. But yeah, Minnesota's got a little defensive lineman, number 0. He's nasty, buddy.
I swear they always got a 0.
They
somewhere.
always,
Like,
dude, Minnesota's always got like 1 or 2 guys where you're like, how the fuck did he slip to the Gophers?
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's where Kate
Dude.
came from.
Kate came from.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Speaking,
Cade.
speaking of trolling, I know we're about to move on real quick. Will Muschamp, his son plays at Vanderbilt, and he takes this selfie. Mind you, we paid this man $15 million in a buyout. He comes into Williams-Brice, whoops us with his son, takes a selfie with his kid and says, "Dogs indoors," and tweets it out. Bro, I reported it so fast. And it's still there. You should like it should
Mind
have
you, we
been
paid this man $15 million.
it should have been in that contract. Like, hey, you can never come back in this stadium and tweet, no less.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
take his phone,
disrespect us,
confiscate
bro.
the phone. When it
Hey,
comes
you know
in.
about people not being allowed in the facility? You see Bill Belichick at UNC?
No.
He, this might be an on-3 situation. Like, take this with a
A
grain
no
of salt.
three,
no
No
three.
3, excuse me.
Podcast
no
presented
three.
by No
Allegedly.
Three.
No disrespect to on-3. He was doing a press conference, and there was a report that the Patriots scouts were not allowed
Oh, I saw
at
that.
UNC, and his reasoning for that is, well, I'm not allowed in the facility, so because of that, they're not allowed in our facility. And it's like, Bill,
Say goodbye to your players.
tell your girl to stop running your life. Like, these players want to get drafted, and there's only 32 of them. Don't tell one team they can't go
Yeah.
in. It's bad.
He
man.
got his first dub, though.
Hey, Arch Manning, Texas.
But it's like, it's almost heartbreaking to talk about.
Is he good? Is Arch Manning good?
I think.
I'll be
Jamie
honest.
Clump said shoulder injury, and it seems like he has a shoulder injury.
I haven't watched him play much since we were at the Ohio State game. Like I see the clips like of him wincing last week, and then I just really saw the stat line and everybody's comments on it from their game against UTEP. I have no clue. It seems like he's not the best thrower in the world.
Was it 7?
It also sounds like he's injured.
Was it 7-3 in the third quarter, or
So going into halftime, it was 7-3, and then Texas got a turnover. They were able to get some points right before half, but there was a point in the game where Arch went 0 for 11, I believe. 0 for 11.
Now, did you
I
see
think he
these throws?
finished
I know he has
9
like
of 22.
he's like having it's like accuracy issues,
I think he's probably got the yips.
which
I
you
don't
could
know.
have.
Or it's yips or he's
It
hurt.
kind of seems like, I feel like the only logical explanation is shoulder injury.
It's got to be
you
something
can't-
because
you
bro,
can't be Heisman front runner. You can't be like generational first overall high school player. Like something has to be wrong. Like, and that's where you got to kind of sit back and give a
Yeah.
little grace, because it's like there's no way he's this bad.
No,
There's
bro.
something
When
has gotta
we
be
were
wrong.
at the Ohio State game and we're on the Texas sideline, like somebody told us we haven't felt this good about a quarterback since Colt McCoy.
Right, and the only way you feel that way is if you're at the practice and you see what he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
So something has had to have happened. I mean, like, I don't know at what point does Sarkisian come out and be like, "Hey, yes, he's got an issue," but it's like
Oh, Sark won't. You've been hearing him in those post
buddy.
game pressers.
Yes, he's like, "Who told you he's hurt?
Yeah.
Who, did he say that? Okay, then he's not hurt."
I don't have Kramer's about you.
And
the
you're
face
just
you
like-
make when you guys take a shit.
But if you're playing UTEP like that, and you're supposed to win the SEC, you're what's
You are Texas.
you're Texas. Like, eventually you've got to come out and be like, he's been hurt. But if you wait till like week 10 or week 9, it's like, hey, the excuses are kind of over.
You hurt both.
Right. And this is just one like viewpoint, is if you're Sark and these players come in and play for you, they want to feel like you're going to protect them in their time of need. If Arch Manning is hurt, he's not going to come out and say it. He's a team guy. He comes from the Manning bloodline where everything's always on them. But like, players want to feel protected by their coaches. Yeah. And it's not going to be Arch to go and say that. It's got to be Sark to be like, listen, he's dealing with something. It's obviously very clear when you see it. But like, it's not like they're in a position to win the SEC. They are in a position still. But like, if the way it's going, it's not going to happen.
Nico could transfer there.
And do what?
Just chaos.
Just chaos. Could you imagine Nico in Texas all of a sudden? That'd
More
be
money.
crazy.
Somehow got more money.
Miami and Carson Beck.
Yeah, Miami did what we thought they'd do to USF.
Yeah.
I thought
We sold high. We sold high. With
we
South
sold
Florida.
high. You took Miami, right?
Yeah, Miami.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
we all did.
We all did. All right, good. Because yeah, like you sneak up on Florida, you sneak up on Boise State. You can't sneak up a third time.
Yeah.
You can't sneak up a third time.
Miami's gonna be tough, man. I'm
Yeah.
excited about Miami and Florida State. I think
Yeah.
Florida State's nice.
Body.
Yeah.
I know. I just feel like they're seeing the way Bama again. It's like the freak out that happened after the Bama game, and justified, like the effort issues and loafs and stuff like that. Absolutely. But now that you've seen Bama take care of business since Florida State, it's like, oh, maybe Florida State is just a badass football team.
Yeah.
And they have a good play caller.
Yeah. And a great
Proven.
defensive coordinator,
Yeah.
Tony White.
Buddy,
Dude.
I mean,
Terrence
all
Knight
the-
and T Knight.
all the transfer guys they had and were able to like make those guys gel together that quickly. I mean, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Something that was getting floated out with Carson Beck, because you know how everyone's like, man, Carson Beck has really turned it on. He needed just like a fresh start at Miami. The receivers at Miami are awesome. He finally has a good receivers room. Georgia's receiver room was never bad. Is it a play of like you're playing against a lot worse secondaries in the ACC? And is Carson Beck as good as everybody thinks he is? Or was he like an average SEC quarterback that moves to the ACC and now looks dominant?
I mean, Georgia did lead I think, damn near the FES in drops.
Yeah, like they didn't have
For
a
sure.
bad room, but statistically they had the most drops.
Yeah.
So guys
It
were
happened
dropping
with
balls
with another quarterback, and I can't remember who it was.
because they had the room, and even this year Georgia went out and got, and he had a little breakout game over the weekend against Branch
Yeah,
that
did he
came
transfer
from
like
USC.
USC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a 5-star cat, and he had a big game.
But he was like, we need one of those. We need one of
Something
those.
to think
Hey,
about.
bro, and number 3
Need one of them
that runs
boys.
the ball for Georgia, I like him.
But isn't their running back room like just insane?
Their running
Like,
back
they got
room
like 3 or
stacked,
4 guys.
But 3 specifically, I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is the
he-
kid that had a 21-yard run.
He's
in
like got
overtime,
like a
correct?
Mark Ingram style build.
Yeah.
Seems fast as shit, tough as shit.
built.
Put his shoulder down.
Yeah.
And guys were thumping in that game, both sides of the ball too.
Yeah, maybe it just didn't work. Like, right, like it's nobody's fault. It just didn't work out the way it was. The pressure got a little much for Carson. The receivers had a lot of drops. Like,
Right.
both can be true.
But
Like,
I think
Georgia
it's
wasn't
like
for Carson the way Carson
And
was
a change
for
of
Georgia.
scenery can really help somebody out.
But it's kind of like, I guess the quarterback I'm thinking of, what is Cade, is like Cade Klubnik was supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. They had him as one of the best last year, supposed to be one of the best this year, but he's 0-4 against good teams. But he runs up numbers in the ACC.
Right.
So
A
that's
lot
what it's
of-
like, is a Carson Beck, yeah,
A lot of teams are looking a lot better because of the teams that they're playing.
right.
Yeah, Cade Klubnik is one of those guys. Do you guys want to get to the NFL?
Yeah, would love to. I just also want to say again, Oregon did not cover against Northwestern.
Yeah. Do we want? And they gave up a garbage fourth quarter touchdown.
They did
And
hit
it's
us with a
like-
backdoor cover.
The backdoor cover is nasty. It's,
Like the Northwestern coach allegedly texted me and said, "I fucking told you." He
Right,
closes
right.
the fridge with his hip.
yeah. Like Dan Lanning needs to get a handle on his players. Like you got to play 60 minutes. You can't just play 45.
Yeah,
Like you got to get in there and you got to get going. This is a 60-minute game. You play like that, let the kind of shit bleed in. When you play the big dogs, you're going to run into some issues. And so a little bit of a warning from the boys to the Northwest. Like, let's dial it in, Dan.
Did y'all see
Let's dial it
Northwestern
in.
Stadium?
do what?
Did y'all see Northwestern
Buddy, I
Stadium?
told you it's a park.
I'm pretty sure I played in better stadiums in D3 than what their stadium is right now.
It's beautiful, though.
It's sick
It's
on the lake.
beautiful.
It's so sick on the
You
lake.
go
but
there and you're like, man, the foliage is really nice.
there's like 5,000 people that can fit in there. Like
It's not. Yeah, it's not very big.
Dude, yeah, that is a Texas high school football
Yeah.
team right there.
And it's always a home game for the away team. Like when
Yeah.
Nebraska went there, Northwestern had to go on silent count because the Big Red was so
Yeah.
loud.
Northwestern is the Vanderbilt
Just
of
want to
old.
throw that out there.
Of the Big Ten. But we did was it the fourth preseason game when they used to have those? We played the Bears in a fourth preseason game, and like the bunch of the starters weren't playing, so we went to Northwestern's facilities to like get a workout and do some conditioning, some drills and stuff like that. Their facility is small, but it's like really nice. Like it's glass windows everywhere. It looks over the lake.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, and you're not going to be successful with glass windows. You want gritty.
they're building a new stadium.
Damn.
That's
Well, the stadium's different.
That's
Stadium's
a,
different. Facility, we were training every day. You want a little grit in there. You want a little grit.
Before we go to the NFL, again, we briefly touched on it, and I get tensions are high, but how are you feeling about the Bussin Bowl?
Yeah, I feel as confident as I can possibly be by the Bussin Bowl. I feel as confident as I did in 2023. That's how I feel.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I think, first off, Biff Poggi, him being the interim head coach, I love him. I love his post-game press conference. I love the way Bryce Underwood played. When I look at the loss to Oklahoma, unfortunately, I look at the game plan. I'm like, well, that wasn't a winning formula. That wasn't a formula you look at. You're like, Dave said this, and I said it last week after Dave said it, is that was a game plan to not get embarrassed. Like not knowing who you had at quarterback, opening it up against, the Chippewas, Central Michigan. It's like you see the operation, you see the play, and it's like, okay, we still got the players to get things done. That's how I feel. How about you?
I feel good. I think you guys performed really well bouncing back after Oklahoma. I think I'm just excited to see us. Like, this is the first, this is conference play. We're going to get our first test. You guys operated this last game in a way to where it's like, okay, you're going to get a fist fight coming in here. You want to see how we're going to play against Bryce Underwood that's feeling confident. I'm nervous. I'm excited for the potential that this team could have this year. Like, we beat the brakes off of these last two schools. They were nobodies. But in the past, we've never had, you go in the halftime, we might be up on a team, and then you might put up 10 or 13 in the second half. And I feel like no matter whether the starters go back out there or the backups go out there, the standard has stayed the standard, and that's what I've loved to see. And it's like, yeah, we toughed out a win against Cincinnati. Then you look at how Sorsby's played since playing Nebraska. I think he threw for 67 yards against us, and now he's thrown for 580 and 8 touchdowns. He's somebody who can beat you with their legs, which, again, Bryce presents a huge challenge with that. I'm just excited. It's like, man, do we got a really good secondary? I know we're playing well defensively. We've been playing some cupcake schools. We've handled everybody the way you want a good team to handle these teams. Like, hey, doesn't matter who's rolling out there, this is the standard. Mm-hmm. So I've loved seeing that. And it's more of I'm nervous because, man, this is a fucking huge game for our season.
It's very difficult for me to, want to talk shit because I do have a lot of respect for Rail. I have a lot of respect for Rule. I think your defense has played incredible, and I love your running back. It's that's a team that goes into year 3 of Matt Rule. You want them to play like this versus these cupcake teams. The thing that makes me feel really good is essentially being battle tested. You go in, it didn't go the way you wanted. There's not a whole lot you look at from a play standpoint you're fired up about, but there's a lot of things that's okay, that's a reason. We didn't really put ourselves in a position, and I think Bryce needed that for this going into Big Ten play. It's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be an exciting game. Nebraska fans, they got a new generation. All the nice ones are dying off. I'm expecting a bunch of fuck Michigans. I want them to get a little nasty with me. I kind of want me to feel like one could take a swing in Lincoln. That's what Nebraska needs. It's not a, hey, great job. Nebraska needs a fan base that is demanding of what they've put on the field for the last 3 weeks. Demanding.
We got to challenge. I got to do a good job of challenging Husker fans because they need to remember what happened a couple years ago when you guys had the 14-play drive. You end up scoring. We get a tip pass on the first play of the game offensively. You guys pick it off, and our place was dead from that point out. We're not even in the game anymore. When it's we had you guys on a third down, you need the stadium as loud as ever. They weren't. You guys obviously beat the shit out of us. You took our mind, body, soul, signs, everything. But that's going to be the challenge for Husker Nation this weekend.
You know what I've noticed in just the small time we've been sitting on this bus since we've seen each other? The tension's there, but there's a level of us putting our friendship first right now because there's a lot of things that we've done in the past, wanting Michigan to fail, me talking nasty about Nebraska. And we're sitting here without the bulletin board material because
Well, you've already said
Michigan's
you're more confident than you were in 2023.
I'm as confident as I was.
That's a national. That's one of the best teams in college football that was on the field.
History.
And this Michigan team isn't close to that football team.
Okay.
You think so? I'm talking just Michigan teams. Michigan 2025 and Michigan 2023. You think Michigan 2025 is as good as the Michigan 2023 team?
There's probably a couple areas where we can get better. But I don't think we're that far off. We're not that far off. There's been penalties, some costly mistakes that you don't like to see. First game of the year, you see a fumbled kick return. There's just things that mistakes were being made by this team that weren't made in 23. A lot of talent on that squad. A lot of talent that hasn't been unearthed yet.
Team hasn't peaked yet. You can't compare them.
Right.
Do you
Like, talk to me in week 8.
do you have a wager at all between you two?
There's no wager. I placed a bomb on this game, like personally.
Same.
Responsibly, a responsible bomb. I shot a DM to Blake yesterday. I told him, "Hey, great game. He had a good game against Tennessee."
Got
I
his
said, "I
first-
hope you.
got his
I
first
said, I hope
TD.
you have a great week."
He did.
Blake is
What did he
so.
say?
What did he say?
It,
He said he basically said something like whenever the weekend happens, I expect a pantry talk after the game. And I said, well, whenever this weekend happens, I expect you to say Nebraska. What did I say? Like, Nebraska is a dominant football team. I don't know why I ever doubted Will Compton coming from your Twitter account.
Hopefully Blake doesn't go 4-0.
Yeah.
hopefully he does.
He said, yeah,
I got a JP Hovey bet for you.
I know you're happy I'm not there eating all the corn after the game this upcoming weekend. I'm going to need to see a little pantry talk on IG. And I said, I'll need a Nebraska's for real. And I should have never doubted Will Compton tweet.
Yeah. Did he agree to that?
He didn't agree to it, but this is the public challenge right here.
I think bombs will be placed on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's no doubt about that. So there's a financial issue that is going to take place in both of our lives. Bombs might be bigger than others. From a bet standpoint, my bet to you is this: if Nebraska wins, I'll shave my mustache for the rest of the year.
What's the
Hold on. I'll shave my mustache and I'll be clean shaven the rest of the year.
No.
If Michigan wins, you're not allowed to cut the top of your head for the rest of the year.
Take that bet.
Come on, Will. I love
Rise
that.
up.
You're saying I can't get a haircut for the rest of the year?
Can't get a haircut for the rest of the year. And I know you every Tuesday, 2:30.
That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, I know you're Tuesday every 2:30. I was gonna wait for the locker room for this, but you guys started talking about bets, and I was like, all right, I did have this in the chamber.
That's a great
If Will's
bet.
hair gets long enough, we could cornrow.
I'll cut my mustache for until Jan 1/26, and I will not start growing it out until Jan 1/26. So we're looking at February. Yeah, we're looking at Super Bowl before I have my mustache back.
Come on, Will.
It's only 3 months.
We can talk about it.
Bro.
Listen. You
Hold on.
never make an emotional decision.
Listen,
you never make an emotional
that's the guy
decision.
you have chosen to get behind.
The
guy who refused to say the name, the guy who refused to say the name of the team he's playing this week. We saw that worked out for Ohio State, and the guy who says I can't take a hair cutting bet because you don't want to make an emotional decision.
I said we'll talk about it. I didn't say no. Like, again, I'm a principled individual. Like, I will look ridiculous growing my hair out. You've shaved your mustache, and whatever your insecurities are yours and yours only, because you look fine without a mustache.
Yeah, but it's also a part of my identity. Like I don't whether I look fine or not.
But you
it's
look
like,
fine. I would look ridiculous with long hair.
You
So
would
we
look
can talk
ridiculous,
about
but
it.
when we get to December and you do look ridiculous, I think it's like more fun for all of us. Like,
Again, we can talk about it. I didn't say no.
okay,
Taylor, you've always said it. Will's been a no first, and then he'll think about it.
I
and
understand, but
yes.
you think the way Will walks into the building today,
How'd I walk into the building?
Taylor, good to see you. Like there's a lot of hope and optimism in Nebraska. And it's like, okay, everyone's got hope and optimism. Then it's like, okay, put something on the table. And that's what happens. Like,
But
it's like, I don't know. We'll talk about it. It's like, all right, we'll talk
yeah,
about it.
'cause
I'll still be here
All that's
the rest
happened.
of the day, tomorrow. I'm a principled guy.
You can't even look at me.
You just kind of think to yourself, like, what are we talking about? I'm a principled guy. Like, what does that even mean?
It means you don't make an emotional decision like in the moment.
Okay.
And you've been the only one to offer something. There's been no counter offer. There's no I've put anything on the table. Like, this has got to be a collaboration. This
Right.
can't be a Taylor
Okay,
bet
I'll do
only.
this. Whatever you want to bet, I'm in.
Wait.
It's about being
Okay,
principled.
all right.
So
all right.
is this a
Whatever
tune
you
in
wanna bet.
Wednesday?
Okay.
Tune in Wednesday for the official bet.
Yeah, we can do Wednesday official bet. I actually like that too. I might want you to have cornrows. for
Yeah,
real.
we'll do. Yeah,
I
Wednesday
wouldn't
official
mind Will
bet.
Compton with real cornrows.
Wednesday
Something about Will
official bet will
Compton
be
on
here.
Thursday. Get up with cornrows would look outstanding.
What's up, Greeny?
I mean, yeah, you want me to dye my hair? You want me to get a tattoo? You want me to shave my mustache? Whatever bet you want, bud.
Shaving heads in play.
Shave my head.
All right, Wednesday.
I'll go
American.
American History X for the rest of the year. Like, all good. I've seen the film. I've watched all of Nebraska's games. I've watched all of Michigan games. Let's talk about NFL. We had a big weekend. I know, it's in my hand. Let's talk NFL. We had a big weekend. But first, we're talking about Form Energy. Form Energy delivers best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has naturally caffeinated from derived from green tea. Form comes in a variety of flavors. Screaming Freedom, that's Rocket Pop inspired. Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, Orange Fury, perfect for those who put in the work. Big week. Trophy game week. Michigan, Nebraska. Who's going to pop the Form Energy? Who's going to put in the work? Form Energy, we do the work.
This episode is also brought to you by Liquid IV. We are in the last bits of summer. We are in full swing of football. You're going to be losing your sodium when you're watching your team play. Maybe you're out there running around all day long. Mm-hmm. But all you have to do is pop in 1 stick of Liquid IV. Just 1 stick and 16 ounces of water. Hydrates better than water alone. Liquid IV has 3 times the electrolytes in the leading sports drink. It has 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Savor the last bits of summer with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code BUSSIN at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code BUSSIN at liquidiv.com.
I'll say this about Liquid IV, man. I looked at the weather this morning. It feels like this is the last warm week of the year.
I think
it feels like it's the last warm week of the year.
Did they say it's
now high
90s?
80s? I didn't see any 90 boys. Maybe a 90 boy in there. But hey, one last thing before we get to NFL. Let's talk about dude wipes. Are you fumbling the ball when it comes to getting a confident clean in the back of your end zone? Make the right play, call an audible, and switch from dry toilet paper to wet extra large dude wipes. Why? It's simple. Wetter just cleans better. Dude wipes are wet and extra large, so they clear, never smear your rear. So when you got to go number 2, be sure to bring the number 1 product in clean, Dude Wipes, the GOAT of cleaning your keister. Available on Amazon and at Walmart nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. NFL, Thursday Night Football, Commanders took on the Packers. What do you say about the Packers, man? Juggernaut. Absolute juggernaut.
Between them and the Bills, by the way, the Super Bowl prediction. Best teams in football.
I think you got, we'll get to the Lions. You love the way they got back on track against
Ben Johnson and
1,000%. The Bears. But it's like, yeah, you look at the teams in the small little sample size we have right now. You look at the Packers in the NFC and you're like, well, who's beating them? Obviously, they're going to lose a game or two here or there, and it'll be an uncharacteristic, hey, let's a blip on the radar type of thing. But from a Packers standpoint, it's like, they lose, was it Reed? Jordan Reed, is that his name? Jaden Reed, excuse me.
Tough loss.
Yeah, first drive, collarbone. But like, they ran the ball effectively. Jordan Love looked good. Like, they got to get Golden a little more mixed up when it comes to like him catching balls. He had a couple of jet sweeps. Only thing that concerns me with the Packers is when pressure was applied to Jordan Love. I have to look at the percentages, but his percentages go way down as far as accuracy and completion percentage.
The better side of the ball for the Packers is defense. Like, they have an elite defense. Like Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, like their second level. Keyshawn Nixon.
Talk about him because he
was a former teammate of mine. Also Nate Hobbs. They were with the Raiders, but Nixon has always been like a return guy. He's gotten his opportunity at the quarterback position, and you see throughout the game that they're also targeting him. He is a baller, bro.
Yeah.
Like, their secondary is good, and the secondary is going to be complemented well because they have such a good pass rush.
Right.
Like, the quarterback's going to have to get the ball out quick. And again, it's like Lions had a great bounce back week, but you look at who the Packers have beaten handedly in the first 2 weeks, and Washington's a good football team. Like, the way they beat the shit out of the Giants, like Giants and Cowboys going down to the wire over the weekend. You look at the way the Lions bounced back against the Bears.
Yeah.
Packers are right now my favorite team in the NFL. Like, as far as like lead dog, who the best team is.
Right.
Yeah.
They got
they do.
Like they got the whole state is behind them. And yeah, you can't say enough about Micah Parsons. I know everybody, like the whole Lawrence Taylor thing when we're on Get Up.
But statistically,
right.
Parsons is there in their first this stage of their career.
He's there, and it's like, yeah, you want people are going to make that comparison right now for the clicks. Statistically, he is there right now. But buddy, the elevation that defense has from him, because they're across the board better than Dallas's defense ever was last year. Across the board, player by player, you can go and be like, okay, he's better. But it's like, when he's in the game, you can feel all of the Commanders' offense be like, he's right there. And that is the thing that is going to, I bring him a bunch. Rashawn Gary, he's going to have a career year this year. He's got 2 games, 2 sacks already. He's getting pressure. You put him in the 3 technique standpoint. You put him on the left tackle, the right tackle, wherever. And then Parsons is getting chipped. He's getting slide to, and he's beating guys so quickly that he's making Jaden Daniels run for his life.
Yeah.
It is one of the more impressive things, it's one of the things you sit back in as a ex-NFL offensive tackle and just go, thank God. Thank God I didn't have to deal with that. Right, the inside. And it's so fast because you're so scared about his speed that you're oversetting and making this big B gap open for him to go into. He's slippery and moves in. He looks fantastic in that uniform.
And people might be saying the two faces of the Packers are Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. I think the two faces of the Packers could be Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft. Hey, did you end up starting him?
Yeah.
That a boy.
20. How many points did he get
28
in fantasy?
He went crazy.
He balled, bro.
He went Bijan Robinson crazy this weekend. Yeah. I mean, Tucker, first off, guy comes off the bus. He looks the part. Like, he's been in the weight room extra this offseason. He's blocking. He's getting yacked. Like, this guy, I'm impressed. I am impressed.
Beer Olympics alumni.
Yeah. Stud.
Can hammer beers.
Got some new ink as well.
Hammers beers the way you would assume, looking at Tucker Kraft.
I know this is the second, maybe even the third moment of silence, but can we get one for Austin Eckler?
Oh, yeah.
True professional on and off the field. Will talks about literally
A landlord of mine.
he was a landlord of Will Compton's when he was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Friend of the show. Guy operates at an extremely high level mentally. He understands the game. He is a huge loss for the Commanders. Huge loss for them.
What was sad, too, about that moment is he knew it right when it happened.
Yeah. And you see it on his face. They brought him. They brought him over the sidelines. He sits on the bench. And you could see a guy realizing maybe it's over.
This could have been my last game, and that could have been my last play on the field.
Yeah. And that.
Because where he's
that
at, what is he,
sucks.
31?
He's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older. He is, man.
Just following a play. Not even really like giving a whole lot of burst. The Achilles are so scary. Charlie Whitehurst, quarterback.
30 years old,
For
Austin
the
Eckler.
Titans. He would always
Gone but not forgotten.
he would always talk about whenever his Achilles was sore, but man, I'll tell you right now, I ain't going to practice. Like I've seen too many guys have a sore Achilles. 2 days later, they tear that thing. He was so weird about the Achilles, and you see it happening to these cats, man. It's sad. It is tough to
They
see.
just traded Brian Robinson Jr. too. So who's the running back?
Yeah.
It's that rookie.
Merritt.
It's the rookie. Yeah.
Which puts them in a bind.
Yeah, they'll need
Daniels
him
can
to
make a
start
lot of-
fast tracking a lot more now because Austin, you can tell they've split carries and stuff, but in the situational ball, Austin will be out there because he understands the offense a lot more. So they'll need to fast track him and get him going. Like he's going to have a big responsibility.
They got your guys' boy too, McNichols.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Love
right. Jeremy
McNichols. He's a little
McNichols.
bit of a grinder. And
Titans
hey,
legend.
serviceable back. He can get it done. A couple times
He
Hen
can
was
get
out. He
it
can
done,
get it- he
bro.
can get it
Third
done.
down back.
Puts
he
his
can get
face in
done.
it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to open a Pandora's box on this, but with the Achilles tendon injuries, is it just they're happening way more? Like I feel like I'm seeing way more of these non-contact injuries, especially with the Achilles in basketball even too. Like, is it something in training? Is it some kind of weightlifting thing? Like,
I don't know, man.
It's so. I mean, we're not scientists.
Yeah, we ain't doctors.
Yeah. I don't have an.
But
MD.
you're
I don't have
right.
the answer.
You're
Right.
right.
I love to give you an answer, but the only answer I get you would be it'd be Fugazi.
Fugazi.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
That's
deal like
fucking
that.
real.
I'll tell you what seems like to me is like players have gotten bigger, stronger, faster every single year. It seems like everyone's breaking new records of speed, jump, the whole thing. And it's like our engine's running a little too high in the RPM category where like you're having a little bit of a breakdown. Like you got these Ferraris you want to pull out on Sunday, but sometimes they break down a little bit. I don't know. That's an educated guess. That's a Michigan degree guess right there.
I like that guess.
Yeah.
Serviceable guess.
Will you think the Commander's going to be all right?
I think the Commanders will be all right.
Yeah.
I honestly, I just think the Packers are a really good football team. And they're dialed. Like you talk about midseason form, a lot of these teams will start catching up and figuring out what their identity is as they continue to get better and get going into the season. I feel like the Packers are they're operating there right now.
Yeah.
Because again, you got Jordan Love. It's third year. Was it fourth year in the system? Fourth year. Defensively, like who's the coordinator now for the Packers? It's defensive coordinator for the Packers.
Because LaFleur calls the plays, right?
Either way, this team is built very well top to bottom. And again, even in the secondary where you think that they would have a weakness, like
Jeff Hafley is a DC.
He's sneaky good. Some people are saying maybe at the end of this year he could be like a head coach candidate.
right. And again, this is year 2, so guys are way more familiar with the system. And even if you think the secondary could be a weakness, secondary is benefiting so much from the front 7 that the Packers have. And somebody we didn't even mention is Edgerrin Cooper. the rookie backer. Like, he's a stud. Him with Quay Walker, they have that line of scrimmage. Like, they're just tough, man. They're tough top to bottom. And again, it's like the way you saw the Lions bounce back, it's like the Lions could be, again, still a really good football team.
Yeah, they could be.
And Packers handled them. Again, there was what came alive in the Lions game is they were able to rush the passer, which they didn't really rush the passer that well against the Packers. Like,
Right.
I just think the Packers are a very well-oiled machine right now.
Yeah. You had a great stat about the Packers defense, how like 72.6% of plays when they ran the ball, they were met in the backfield.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things that's like they're winning the line of scrimmage in a big way. I mean, that's a crazy stat. I don't know what the regular stat is or the league average, but if you're winning in the backfield 72.6% of the time, like, you're not going a whole lot of places.
And I feel like they had them at the Washington. I feel like they had the Commanders in third and longer a lot of the times. It'd be fun to look into that stat again coming out of Washington.
One thing about Washington's defense, obviously they got a lot of flack last year for their run defense. Seems like their run defense has gotten better, but they're lacking a little bit now through the air.
Yeah.
But it's like, is it the Packers?
I was going to say,
the Packers that are just not good?
schematically, like when you see Orlovsky and these guys breaking plays down after the game is over, like the creativity on LaFleur's end, like with that offensive staff, like they're doing a lot of good job of being able to attack the weaknesses of defenses.
Right.
Because there was like a lot of free runners, I feel like, in that game.
Yeah.
That you're watching guys are downfield, they're wide open.
I mean, he had Tucker Craft multiple times in the middle of the field wide open. Like,
Yeah.
how is the middle of the field?
And what was the last name of that receiver, number 13 for the Packers? Wicks, bro.
Buddy,
I'm thinking, who is this guy?
Top 15 plays. The first 15 plays of the game you play, those are games that you're like, we're going to run this. We're for sure going to run this. We feel good about having success on these plays right now, and then we'll see what the defense gives us. Wicks was in the game plan.
Like 3 of those 15.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they were targeting him. They see something in him that maybe the rest of us didn't really know about.
They just have a deep receiver room.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they have a bunch of receivers that like
Are the same.
exactly like Will said. Who is this guy?
Right.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, and Christian Watson's still out, and he's going to be coming back. And then once Jaden Reed, depending on what's wrong with him, like their receiver room is good.
Jaden Reed broke his collarbone.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he got him. One thing, like, flowers to Matt LaFleur real quick. Like, he was at the Rams. He was like the OC, but
Friend of the
show. Friend of the show. He was the OC. Sean McVay is obviously calling the plays at the Rams. He comes to the Titans for 1 year and calls the plays, and then gets the head coaching job at the Packers. Like, that's a crazy fast transition from a guy who's not calling plays to 1 year calling plays to now calling the plays. And it seems like he has offense figured out in the NFL.
He's got that aura.
From a scheme standpoint. I was looking at I think it was 2018 was his year with the Titans. Week 2 against the Houston Texans. I was out. I got the Miami game. Our right tackle was out. Marcus Mariota was out. Delaney Walker was out, and we won that game like 27-10. Because you rewatch the game and it's like he's just scheming shit up. Like, he doesn't have the players, he doesn't have the guys, but he's still figuring out ways to push the ball down the field and win. Taywan Taylor had like 95 yards that game.
He won with Malik Willis last year too.
Right, against the Titans, which is, that's a whole different thing. We should, you know what? We haven't heard from Jack McPherson for a long time. Let's jump into this. Rams beat the Titans 33-19. It's tough. I'll tell you what, if you're a Titans fan, whenever Jack's ready, but if you're a Titans fan, you've got a quarterback. Like, you've got a guy that you can win with.
Cam
that
Ward
if you
is a
have the
stud.
pieces around him and you have the right calls and you have the right coaching staff, like, you can win with Cam Ward. Kid doesn't flinch. He's willing to sit in the pocket. When the pass rush is coming down on him, he's keeping his eyes downfield. He has enough shiftiness to kind of get out of stuff. Like, I really like Cam Ward. Yeah. I'm really excited about Cam Ward in his future. My fear is Cam Ward's future because he gets 9 sacks, 10 sacks in the first 2 games.
We've actually, I think, doubled our sacks from the first 3 games last year, and we thought that was bad.
And it's like,
And we have a new offensive line.
you have a new offensive line, but JC
Doubled the
Latham's
sacks.
hurt. You could obviously tell
he
that
had
JC
11
Latham being hurt
yesterday.
was a big deal.
Or something.
Dan Moore, not the
find
best day yesterday. I think Skoronski.
Dan Moore, no. Yeah.
Dan
Didn't
Moore's
have a
your
great
left
day.
tackle.
Yeah, didn't have a great day.
I thought Skoronski, though, it's not like it's complete chaos. We got to do a better job of chips and shifts and motions and all these things to kind of slow down defensive lines. It seems like we need guys to get a little bit more confidence.
We need more depth
Need more depth.
because that right tackle.
When are we going to see Corey Levin? That's the question.
I swear I thought yesterday we were going to put Corey in at center and shift everyone over
Buddy,
because it was so bad
Corey,
on the right side.
Is an incredibly well-kept secret by the Tennessee Titans. I just think whenever he's gone into games playing with him or watching him, like, he is good. He is good enough.
Yeah. That was a lot of my career. Such a good kept secret that you want to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to see Corey get out there and spin.
Right.
It was 11 sacks in 2 weeks and been flagged 23 times for 193 yards.
That's the problem, man. You guys' penalties are just crazy. Our penalties.
more
Our
than
penalties.
our
Excuse me,
offensive
Jack. I
numbers.
apologize.
Gave
for
up
saying
23
that.
pressures. Yeah, I thought they played hard though.
Yeah, they played hard.
That's like the worst compliment to have.
I mean, it's kind of
Team
like,
played hard.
It's kind of like JP. It's like the effort's there.
First half was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Callie honestly had a couple decent moments, but
Stop, man. Good time to say October 5th, we're doing a watch party with the Tennessee Titans.
okay, this actually is one of the few positives of this weekend. I'm in the stadium yesterday, and I'm walking to halftime, and over the entire concourse announced Bussin' with the Boys and the Titans will do an official tailgate at Brooklyn Bowl, and that was cool to hear. And we
Let's go.
had just taken the lead.
Let's go.
So there was one shining moment, and I don't really have much to say about the game yesterday, but I am nervous. We have the Colts coming up, obviously divisional game.
Colts look good.
And the Colts look good, and if Indiana Jones stomps us, I might go MIA for a minute.
Indiana Jones might be nice.
He might be nice, but
He is nice.
we'll
he
see.
is nice.
See, I haven't watched the Colts enough to have like that because I'm like, yeah, I mean, it seems like the Colts are playing well.
Yeah.
I watched the end of that game where I'm like, oh, Broncos. The leverage penalty at the end.
I didn't see the leverage penalty.
It was so blatant too. He is literally just
Yeah,
pushing him
field
down.
goal to win the game. They go out there and he shanks it wide right.
In
But
there.
laundry on the field. And Broncos had a leverage penalty where the guy over the center, he ends up putting his hands on the center's back and trying to jump up. Called it. They move it up. What was it, 10-yard penalty?
It's a personal foul. So I think
10 or
it's
15-yard penalty. They go up, they re-kick it, boom, walk off, win the game.
Yeah. And that's one that's going to bite the Broncos quite a bit because you're that division that they're in.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens tonight with the Chargers and Raiders, but like there's some good squads in there, and the Chiefs are looking human.
Yeah.
And so
Chiefs
they
are looking real human.
I see. All right.
Chiefs looking human. Who they got this week? Bring up the schedule. What?
Chiefs are. I mean, they're 0-2, but they've played two really good teams, and the games have come down to the
I
wire.
agree.
A
The
lot
Chiefs
like
sched- the
last
Chiefs
year.
schedule- Yeah, the Chiefs' schedule is kind of fucked. They play the Giants, Ravens, Jags, Lions. Like we,
I mean,
Raiders,
they
Commanders,
beat the
Bills,
Giants. I know Russell
Broncos.
Wilson had a great day yesterday, and they were
I'm more so like the Ravens than
This is a must win on the Giants though. Like I know I do the
Yeah.
thing, but I'm saying like, yeah, you're right. Against
No,
the Giants,
yeah,
this
yeah.
should be for sure a get
the
back.
last 4 years of you talking that we're gonna
Yeah.
erase that because this is a
Compartmentalize
real
that.
like if you don't go and stomp the Giants,
Yes.
then you are truly in danger because
It's
Andy
much better
Reid-
coming from him, but yes,
yeah,
that.
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, like Travis, like kind of bops the ball in the air, ends up getting intercepted. That's heartbreaking. But like when you have those guys, like they shouldn't have been in that game. They don't have the personnel or the talent to be in that game with the Eagles. And their defense stood up a lot of the game. I know they scored kind of like a touchdown at the end to make it seem a little closer than it was, but like that first half, like you're watching, it's like this is what the Chiefs have to be right now with Rice being out,
Right.
with Xavier Worthy being out. It's like you can't, like they don't have a run game. And I'll say this, dude, it is so difficult to impose your will from a physicality run game standpoint when you haven't done it for so long. Like that's why identity is so important. You have to have a running identity because if you don't and you need it at some points, you're probably going to fail.
it's also impossible to do that against the Eagles with.
I mean,
Jordan
yeah,
Davis and
dude.
Jalen
I mean,
Carter.
it was, and the thing
Yeah,
that was
that defense is
and honestly, like the Chiefs running the ball is doing those quick 5-yard hitches and just quick ball out super fast. You're in a tight windows, get him in there, and Patrick Mahomes can do it for you. That's why the Chiefs are never out of it. But if you don't take care of the Giants, the narrative will start to shift. Because right now, I think a lot of people are on my side where it's like, yeah, they're 0-2. We know it's 12.5% of making the playoffs when you start 0-2, but it's still the Chiefs. If you
but
don't beat the Giants, buddy.
It's not though, and not from the hating standpoint, but from a team standpoint. How's Hollywood Brown? Did he come back in the game or is he out?
Yeah, he came back in the game.
Okay, but the health of this team, bro. Like when Hollywood Brown went down, I'm like who does he got outside of Travis? Juju Smith.
That Tyquan Thornton guy
80?
was open a lot.
Is that number 80?
Buddy,
Okay.
they had 1-2 that Pat overthrew
Pat
him on, and you're just
overthrew him.
like, oh my God.
Eagles had some yips in the secondary on that one too, where he
broken
safety
coverage.
bombs
And
down on the
broken
out route.
coverage.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of time left in the game, so if they hit that, like, and the Chiefs get a stop, like they still have the ball with like 4 or 5 minutes left.
People got to appreciate what Patrick Mahomes is doing with who his teammates are.
Pat
on the field
too
right
put
now.
one in a nice spot, tough catch where is it Thornton?
Yeah.
He goes up to get it and ends up dropping the ball to where it would have been a big play.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like, man, dude, he doesn't have a whole lot of weapons. But
No,
this
he
is
doesn't, bro.
they got to
He
have
doesn't.
this one.
Yeah.
And again, the Eagles false start on every tush push.
Yes.
Yeah,
That one, that was crazy. But it's also like
The two back there was that one, and then the second one that I saw where it was in was it the fourth quarter where they ran the tush push and got it to where I think two guys false started. In the goal line one, that was the right guard, and then in the fourth quarter one, it was like two guys are false starting. Like that play, it needs to be done.
I think you got to beat it. You got to figure out a way to
But
beat
it's getting to the
'Cause
point
it's trying to be
where
replicated.
Dean Blandino saying, guys, I don't know how to help you anymore. I don't like officiating this play. People are like, oh, the center's lined up like over the ball. Like there's penalties everywhere on this play
I
now.
understand. But it's like, how is it cheating?
Because they're false starting them. They're not calling it.
No. The false start was crazy. But it also goes back to like last year, the year before that. How many times do we look at the Chiefs? Like they're getting calls. And is that now the script changing a little bit that the Chiefs aren't getting these types of calls? Because that was a blatant penalty that was not taken care of. And you got two refs on both sidelines staring down that line of scrimmage.
For the Chiefs' next 6 games, 4 of them are primetime.
I mean, yeah, buddy.
Great
Like, you
football
got-
coming up.
It's crazy.
Great football coming
Great
up.
football coming up.
Chris Jones talking to Jalen Hurts.
Yes,
What'd
bro.
he
Didn't
say?
even have 100 yards. He
his
said,
bitch
shut your
ass
ass up. We beat you.
And we still won. Shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
Jalen
thinking
Hurts.
of Chris Jones in that moment?
Selfish.
Yeah, just be mad. They lost.
Victory formation.
Hey, let me take a shot somehow. How can I try to get in this man's head?
You see it on the sideline too. Chris Jones losing his mind early in the game. Travis Kelce showing
Travis was
emotion
losing it
again.
a couple times. Yeah.
It's like these older guys know their window is closing, and it's closing faster than they might have thought it was.
But that's the urgency you need if you're on that
Right?
sideline, bro.
That's the leadership you need.
yeah.
Because it's like you're looking at these younger cats being like, bro, we need you to do this because I don't have a whole lot of time left.
Yeah.
The Chiefs need to win by 30 this week.
They need a big time.
They just need to win because they ain't going to win by 30.
That one's Scatabo.
Buddy, for the change, I'm telling you, this has got to be a double-digit win. Minimum 10.
Not like a 10. No, this has to be.
That might be a bold prediction.
2
Giants. Upset the Chiefs. Chiefs start 0-3.
Giants aren't having that type of success on the opposite side of the ball with the Chiefs. They are not.
The way they just performed against Dallas.
Buddy, they are not having that type of success.
I didn't think that they were going to have that type of success against Dallas. And Russell Wilson's out there throwing for over 400 yards.
40 yards. Malik Neighbors had 167
Yeah.
Career
yards.
high.
Scattaboo, first touchdown.
First tutty for the boo.
Legacy game.
An 0-2 matchup on Sunday night.
Dak and that offense looks really good, though.
Yeah,
They got to have the defense. Need something.
Do we? Is anybody
Jade-
concerned about the
Clowney just signed with the Cowboys for some
Yeah.
depth for pass rushing.
Yeah.
You never know.
Never know. And he is, I mean,
Yeah.
generational talent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the question is going to be how bad does Clowney want it?
Yeah.
Right? Is this a check or is this a legacy play for him?
It's a legacy check.
Ooh. Yeah, but also.
Which one?
Yeah, but which one indeed?
Do we go moment of silence for Joey B?
You want to talk about JB?
Do we go moment of silence for Joey B?
Right.
3-month moment of silence.
Love you, Joe.
Love you, Joe. Future friend of the show.
Grade 3 full ruptured turf toe. Surgery, 3 months. The season's done for the Bengals. Even though Browning, he can spin.
Jake Browning, nice. Dude,
Yeah.
when Joe hasn't been in, like Jake kind of stands up. And you're down against the Jags when you get hurt.
I still like I think Jags are best kept secret.
You're
in
not
the
worried
AFC.
about Cohen yelling and Trevor Lawrence giving him the wave off?
No. Did you watch the sequence of plays?
No.
So
I did, but it was on like the 4 panels. I get so overstimulated when there's that many games on. It's hard for me to really digest all
So
of
there's
it.
a lot of like underground lore with Jacksonville going on. You got Brian Thomas Jr. Like, does he have the yips? People talking about, is he dropping the ball on purpose? I don't think that's true at all. But he had a shot to hit like this. On that play was actually a drop ball by Brian Thomas. It just wasn't. It didn't hit him in the chest. He like sat it down in between cover 2, and he threw it a little bit on the outside to where Brian Thomas could have still grabbed it. He might have taken a lick, but he could have still grabbed the ball. He goes out, reaches for it, drops it, and kind of like brings his body in to where he would have got hit. That was on 2nd and 14. They would have had a 3rd and manageable because they end up getting yardage back on 3rd down, but they're going in to score to where it's 24-24, right? Or was it 27-24 at this time? 24-24, 27.
Score was.
It was 27-24?
On the PI?
No.
Okay, yes, yeah, you're right. It's 27-24. And so they went for it on 4th down. It was 4th and 5. So it was 3rd and 14. They end up getting they run the ball and get all the way down to 4th and 5. And so they go for it. And the ball, that's a touchdown. Was it Brian Thomas who drops the ball in the end zone? Was it him?
I don't know.
It might have been number 7.
I think it was number 7.
Yeah, it could have been number 7. But drops a touchdown.
Then
I thought that he was number 5, 5-7, single digit, whatever. Anyway, they have him wide open in the end zone, and they drop the ball in the end zone to where they would ice the game. They have to settle for, they turn the ball over. And that's when the Bengals go down and win the game. But Jacksonville had every opportunity to win the game. Another one when they were tied 24-24, ball's placed beautifully in the end zone. My man drops the ball, drops a touchdown to where on that one they have to settle for a field goal. So then they only go 27-24. And again, they had that shot to where Cohen's over there like hit him in the chest. Who knows if it's a yips thing with Brian Thomas. Don't know if it's like, bro, he's right there. Just put the ball in his chest. There's a very emotional moment, I think, between two guys who understand each other and they have like a good rapport. And I think they just expect excellence. Trevor Lawrence comes out in the press conference after the game, doesn't give it a whole lot of fodder. He's just like, he enjoys Coach Cohen. He's like, I think he's elevated me a lot, like in that area of urgency and like frustration, whatever it is. But I think that was just a little scuffle that people are trying to make a lot about it. I think that they're going to be good, bro. I think Trevor Lawrence needs to hit some throws where he's got, he does a couple things where people are like, it's like, hey, what is he doing here? Like where he threw a pick or two. One was like wild how much he underthrew it. But Trevor Lawrence can put the ball around. They had 5 drop balls yesterday. Like, I think the Jags are good. I think the Jags are going to be nice.
You think the Bengals are dead?
Browning again, you don't know. Even when he went on that stint when Joey B was out, what was it, last year, a couple years ago, he played well. You never know. You got weapons, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase on the outside. Defensively, who knows if that defense is going to, right now they're average.
Yeah, you talk about all the drops, the like crazy interceptions that Trevor Lawrence had, and like you love the fact that Hendrickson seals the game at the end with that sack.
Yeah.
But it's like still we're now going into week 3 and I don't know what to make of the Bengals defense.
Yeah.
Because they play the Browns. Obviously, we know the Browns are bad. And then they play this game, and it's like, okay, they're down 14-7 when Joe Burrow goes in the game. Jake Browning comes in, does a great job. He's obviously got a bunch of weapons around him. But like at some point, the Bengals defense has to stand out. But is it because Jaguars penalties? Is it because of drops? Is it because of interceptions? Or is it because the Bengals defense is good?
I think the Bengals will be a lot like they were last year. Defense a little bit better and offense not getting as much production. But I think they'll be in the hunt because we're going to talk about the Steelers. Who knows if the Steelers are good because Bills just got blew the doors off of the Jets. They get the Steelers get handled by Seattle. I don't think their division's that strong with the Browns, the Steelers. Ravens are obviously a juggernaut, but I think they'll kind of be like a similar team to where you don't know if they're going to squeak out a win. You don't know what's going to happen. I think their defense is a little bit better, but I think their offense is obviously going to take a big production hit with Joey B not being out there.
Yeah. Obviously, anytime Joey's out the field, you're in big
Bengals
trouble.
next 4 games: at the Vikings, at the Broncos, home against the Lions, at the Packers.
So you have to win.
And then the
this
Steelers
week.
after that.
You have to win against Minnesota this week. And Minnesota will light them up. They'll be aggressive defensively.
Yeah, they're going to – Minnesota's defense is really good. They're going to keep them in games the rest of the year while JJ has to figure it out. JJ's got to figure himself out.
Kool-Aid was drank a little too fast with the JJ McCarthy stuff.
I drank it.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
a lot of people did.
I have never in my life seen somebody have the first half they did and then the fourth quarter he does. Like having that much of a 180 from like looking completely lost to looking like, oh, this kid seems like he's been in the league for 10 years and knows what he's doing. And then you go into this game, it's like, maybe the Falcons are nice though.
Falcons are a tough team, bro.
Because Bijan Robinson is nice. Drake London's nice. Pitts playing more on the outside. Looks nice.
Yeah.
Like Penix
Penix
is a
nice.
baller,
And
bro.
defensively, I think in week 1 they might have had 0 or 1 sack. Last night they had, what, 6?
Yeah,
The talent showed up
that's
on the D-line.
That's a product of Minnesota holding on the ball, JJ holding on the ball quite a bit. Because Minnesota's offensive line is nice.
The Falcons also they have 2 first-round draft picks on their D line with Jalen Walker and JPJ. So,
Yeah.
like they're young and they're like that Bobby, the guy who had like almost 2 picks yesterday. Like they have some unknown guys that are.
Yes, 33, right?
Yeah, Bobby
Yeah.
Bowden, I think it
He
is.
seemed like he knows what he's doing.
Not Bobby.
Yeah, Falcons could be tough.
Falcons could be tough.
And Bijan is so
Crazy.
good, bro. Just at everything.
At everything.
Like he's good for. He's gonna make the first person miss no matter what, and it is wild to watch.
Yeah.
It's
It
crazy.
reminds me a little bit.
Me?
Emmett Johnson. Your running back. When
Emmett
when
Johnson.
I watch him, he's like a cat that
I
like you
thought
have to have sound
for
tackling.
a second, I thought you said Avery Johnson.
No. But yeah, that the Jags, man. I think it depends what we see tonight from the Texans. Will they put up 9 points against the Rams? I mean, now they're playing at home against the Bucks, coming off an emotional win. Bucks coming off an emotional win. Like Wirfs is out. I think is Nico out?
Questionable.
Questionable. Tank Dell is still out. Like it's like if the Texans can't win this one against
thing we
Baker,
already
which is
won.
it's a little bit of an uphill battle.
Good thing we already won.
Jags might be your front runner. Like they look the most complete
Yeah.
of all the teams.
Colts,
oh
yeah,
no,
Colts,
yeah.
yeah,
What am
yeah.
I talking about? The Colts. I like the Colts.
The thing with the Texans, you talk about their offensive weapons, but that D line is nuts.
Daniel
man.
Hunter and Will Anderson,
Read that
dude.
stat about the Colts.
From Adam Schefter. How about this? The Colts are the first team in the Super Bowl era to not punt in either of their first 2 games in a season.
They've scored every time they've had the ball.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. I mean, Daniel Jones, like what's the head coach? Who's the head coach of the Colts?
Shane Steichen.
Shane Steichen. They were talking about he's talking about Daniel Jones and like his preparation, how he works, and like he might not be like the guy like long term, whatever it is, but he's a dude that's going to get the ball to his playmakers and be efficient on every single play. And you see,
Yeah.
no, but I'm gonna say like that's his words. Just telling you what he said. Just telling you what he said.
I think
Like, I like the Colts, and I think their defense is good.
Daniel Jones coming into the
Buckner.
league when he was at the Giants, they talk about all the talent he had. He's got the body, he can run a little bit, he's got a big arm. He was on a pod recently and giving a lot of flowers to Coach Kevin O'Connell at the Vikings for the short time he had with the Vikings.
Yeah.
About just the preparation and the detail and everything else. Who knows? I'm sure he picked up some tips on like studying, preparing, things that have helped him kind of transition into his new situation with the Colts. Danny Dimes might be nice.
Might be
Yeah,
He might be nice.
I mean, but
Dana Holgerson nice.
Not that nice.
Not that nice. Not that nice. Yeah, AFC South's gonna be an interesting one to see how it unfolds, especially after tonight.
Texans might. I'm not sure in the FanDuel. I know when I took them yesterday, they were favored by 2.5 tonight, going into playing
At home
against
though.
at home against
Bucks.
the Bucks. I still like that game. This D line is crazy. I cannot wait to watch him.
Yeah.
Make parlay.
Braves got his first
I took
win.
it. I took your parlay. Would
Did
you
it
have
hit?
Baker
What is it?
Mayfield anytime touchdown and who else?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Little
anytime
shake and
touchdown.
bake parlay. I don't
It's
know.
a crazy one.
I'm
I don't know.
feeling
You're just saying you're feeling
a-
something.
Put a
Say-
little. I'll put a
what
little
is it?
bombski on that one too, Sherm.
any. Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. First off, yesterday was my best day ever gambling, and it was not me. I took the 12 o'clock slate. I took five favorited teams, and I hit that 5-leg parlay.
Oh,
It was
that's
touch
right.
and go there with the Cowboys Giants for a minute. That was the only one that I cooked up myself. But Jack put a nice one in there that I bet. Clump hit me with who was it? Anytime
Devontae
touchdown.
Adams.
Devontae Adams.
Anytime touchdown.
Took that, and I put I just threw a Hail Mary out there for it because I've been getting kind of worked a little bit in the FanDuel Sportsbook.
Yeah.
That one hits. Go back, hit J.K. Dobbins in the 3 o'clock slate. Like it was a day where you go to bed and you look at it and be like,
JK one was.
I'm never gonna suffer financially.
I
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
I need to start following you then.
No.
Or
Follow
following
Clump.
Follow the group.
Follow Clump.
Yeah, really.
Follow the group. I feel
When
like
the group
people
chat
been
comes
hit-
in, when the
people
group chat
been
comes in with
hurt.
the parlays, like even if they contradict my views, I put something on it because I kind of just want like, hey, we're all in this together, and if one hits, we all
One
hit.
person will send
I'm a
one
musketeer,
in,
you
and
know.
It's just
Yes.
Yeah.
I lose track of everyone.
Same. But that's what I had. I'll bet all of them, and then I'll go and look and be like, all right, that's what I have that going on right now. So yeah,
The ones who I've clicked on, no matter what, has been Clumps, just because he had a great weekend last weekend. He had something early on. Yeah.
The only one Clump gave me that didn't hit was AJ Brown anytime touchdown.
Yeah. Hey, the Derrick Henry one didn't hit.
I know. What do you have, like 14 yards rushing?
11 touches, like, not.
But it also says a lot about the Ravens' offense. Like, oh, Derrick Henry, a guy you're going to give the ball to, hopefully 20 times a game, the whole success given to his fourth or fifth step. Like, that didn't work. What did work was Lamar Jackson throwing the ball. And, like, with Myles Garrett.
That Sunday conversation was so funny.
I texted Caleb after that. I was like, that's so fucking funny, bro. The gas station thing is so funny. But, yeah, dude, like, the Ravens are real. Are real, and they're going to continue to do that. Because, like, you see that, you put the Browns film on, they're like, oh, they can beat you any way you want. Anything you want to stop, they'll do the other thing. And they're willing to do whatever it takes. Sucks that Derek only got 14 yards, though, because he is in my fantasy. Luckily, I'll still take home the W this week.
Did that guy kind of win the...
Yeah,
chirp?
did he?
Kinda
That
went
corner.
I mean, you got the brakes blown off you still, but, all in all, it's like Derek's revenge in his mind. You had to take a little bit of
He
an
wants
L.
that Earl Thomas stiff arm,
Yeah, he
make him
wanted
your
it.
lead blocker type of thing. And he wasn't able to get it.
Vrabel gets his first win.
Vrabel gets a big win,
Vrabel's
big help from
sprinting
special
down the
teams.
sideline.
Yeah, huge. And I love
He got dusted, too.
I love that Vrabel's body bagged. What's the owner's name? Robert Kraft. He kind of body bag. Like Vrabel comes in, guys. It's about the team. He's doing his whole Vrabelisms. Kraft walks in, and goes, "I'm going to call an audible real quick." He's like, "Yep, absolutely." Kraft starts talking about how first we loved him as a player, won 3 Super Bowls, loved him as a coach, gives him the game ball the whole time. Mike's doing that double gin thing, just kind of like looking at his notes right now. And he takes the ball. He goes, "Thank you. Hey, listen, this is not about me. This ball is not about me. It's about the team. It'll always be about the team." Like body bags Kraft into his speech about it's never about me, and then just starts tossing out game balls like they're Tic Tacs to all the boys. It was a good win. It was a good win. I think it says a lot about where the Miami Dolphins are headed. You see McDaniel's post game?
Oh, bro.
Do you see the photo of the
It's
plane?
so funny.
It says
No.
there was a plane with one of those like big like strips or whatever that said "Fire McDaniel's" on it, and they're like, "Did you see that?" And he's like it was a wordy, fumbling over answer to basically say, "No, I didn't." Like the
But
fans
yes,
want to
he
win
did.
games. What?
He did see it, though, right?
I
You're
think he
saying
said,
it
I
gets
think he
all
said he
wordy?
didn't see it.
Do you believe that?
There it is, right there.
I think it's going to get shaky for Miami.
Yeah, I think Miami's in a big tough, and they also have a short week against the Bills. I mean, boys,
Tyreek needs to go to the
Not a
Chiefs
team you want to see,
quick.
bro.
not a team you want. Yeah, especially when they had kind of a tougher defensive game in week 1, and then turn around against a Jets
Yeah.
team that balled out against a Steelers who's supposed to be the Steelers defense. I think they have the most money invested in a defense in the entire league, and they balled out. So you go into that game being like, hey, maybe Justin Fields is generational. Maybe he's the guy. And then you hold him to 3 points.
He got hurt, right?
Yeah, he got hurt, and then Tyrod Taylor came in, but both had very similar success against that defense.
Tyrod Taylor's still
The Bills
doing it.
basically mopped the Jets in a way to where, the win they had against the Ravens where it was like all Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen didn't even have to do much. Like the run game with James Cook, defensively they balled out. I mean, they handled the Jets.
Yeah, handled.
To where they're asking Coach Aaron Glenn after the game, what would make this a successful season? And his answer is just if the fans will be, if they're proud.
Are proud to be a Jets fan.
Yeah, if the fans are proud of,
Yeah, they
of
know
the way
they're-
we
they
play
know they're
football.
done here. They know that it's another year of being a Jets fan.
I think Jets fans are proud regardless.
And
They
you're-
just have that culture.
Yeah, your take on the Bears, it's similar to the Jets. Like you just kind of feel for them because they have a fan base that loves, like gets excited every single fall, has the hope, has like the want, and they just can't fucking figure it out, man. Can't.
But I
figure
feel
it
like
out.
too, if you're in New York, you can sneak go. All Giants suck. The Giants are that good too. But you gotta, feel like other stuff going on.
Syracuse was good last year. Frank Brown,
I mean, Chicago. Or you just become an Illinois fan.
Illinois, Champaign, Illinois.
Champaign, Illinois.
I mean, what are they ranked like 8 now?
Who, Illinois?
They played Duke
Illinois is number 9, I believe.
9.
And the thing too that again the Jets, like Justin Fields is your quarterback. You have a first year head coach. You had that Aaron Rodgers moment where he runs out the flag and then he gets hurt. I feel like that video that always comes around is always so funny.
So sad.
But with the Bears, bro, it's like you had like this is the number 1 overall pick in that class. Who's your quarterback? You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
just You feel like you got an offensive-minded head coach. You know, people are kind of saying the roster's not that good. Like, you have some good veterans on that team. You have what seemed to be like a solid roster. Like, they're the Huskers every year in the offseason. You feel like you win the offseason. And you kind of just don't know what to say. You're going to get the same go-around stuff on Justin Fields needs to fix this. Like, here are a few plays. Like, it's so beyond that.
Yeah, the expectation is much lower in the Jets facility than it is in the Chicago facility leading up to the season.
Yeah.
I get that. I just wonder what Ben Johnson, and Caleb, their relationship is. Because Ben didn't choose him. Like, Ben didn't stay on the table and be like, we want this guy. He's coming in as the head coach.
But he kind of did choose him, though. If you're going to take that job, you know that's going to be, like, that's the guy that you got to get going.
Yeah, but it's like, who's the defense coordinator for the 49ers? Saleh? Is that how you say it? Saleh? He goes and takes the Jets job because coordinators want to be head coaches. So a lot of times it's like, you're kind of you're taking what you can get. You're going in a division. You've obviously proved that you can call plays and do it. And you see the scripted plays that they have. Caleb does a great job with those scripted plays. And then once he doesn't necessarily know what the next play is going to be called, you run issue. And there's a bunch of ad-libbing going on. And then, Dan Orlovsky talking about the eyes leading the feet instead of the feet leading the eyes, whatever the correct term is. And it's like, you can see the frustration on Ben Johnson's face where he kind of has like the Shanahan, like he's not giggly, laughy guy. Like he's like, we're here to fucking win. And so he
coached against Caleb, twice a year being in that division. It's like a job that was open too was Jacksonville, and it's like Trevor Lawrence is down there. You see Liam Cohen going and getting that job. And last year, Ben Johnson was in the carousel for like coaching jobs and everything else, and he chose to stay with the Lions.
Yeah. We got Jacksonville, Saints, who else? Bears, Jets. What were other teams that needed a head coach?
I can't remember.
I think that might be it. Vrabes, Patriots, but the Patriots' job was of Vrabes from the get-go.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
You want to hit some tear talk?
Let's hit some tear talk. Let's hear from the fans a little bit. Sherm, what do you got for us, babe?
Tear talk. You want to get featured on the show? Just use hashtag tear talk before, obviously by Monday morning, you'll have a chance to be featured on the show. We will read your tweets, while we're doing the show.
This first one's for you, not my real name, at Nick at Night 998.
I gotcha. So from Nick at Night 998, hashtag tear talk. Will Compton, what win streak is more impressive? Michigan's 4-game win streak over Ohio State or the 4-game win streak over Nebraska? That's very mean. That hurts. Unbiasedly, I feel like it's Ohio State. Like, again, what was the record before that 4-game
We were
win streak?
like 2-18 against them.
Yeah, like that's the game that matters the most for Michigan.
Yeah.
That's the game. But that hurt nonetheless. Thank you. Not my real name. No profile photo, nothing about you, your personal life on there, but that hurt. Well done. D-Fish, at D-Fish, Raiders fan here again. Are the Commanders in the dirt, especially with the news of Jane Daniels being injured, on top of the offense looking so far out of sync? Hashtag tear talk.
What is Jane Daniels' injury?
Didn't even know he was hurt.
He got a blimp in during the game. It felt like it was his ankle or foot.
Yeah, but it looked like a little light boy.
A little light, maybe some soft tish.
Yeah, a little soft tish, little crack in the lower leg category.
He'll be all right. They'll get going. Again, if you were listening earlier, I'm sure you were. I feel like the Packers are just a juggernaut of a team.
Yeah,
very good team.
I agree with all that. The Commanders, I picked them to win the East. Doesn't look good. Eagles look really good, but I'll say I think they're gonna be just fine. Benford's face tats, BC face tats, says, how would the defensive mastermind that is at Will Compton stop the tush push? Hashtag tear talk.
I got a couple of opinions on the tear talk. Linebackers need to stop jumping. They need to stop leaving their feet. You gotta, you're gonna get in the 4-point stance. You're gonna low man's gonna win against across the line of scrimmage. But the difference is offensively, you got people pushing from behind, and Coach KO, my linebacker coach at Washington, used to always talk about this. Like whenever a QB sneak happens and trying to jump over the pile, the minute you leave your feet, you're at mercy of the pile pushing you back. Like if you're in that second level and say you're not in a gap to where you're trying to push the pocket that way and you're just behind defensive linemen, you have to push the defensive lineman lineman versus trying to jump over the pile
Yeah, the
and make
jump
a
over the
play.
pile never
The
works.
backers are not going to look like Troy Polamalu, where you're jumping over the pile, you're ripping at the quarterback's face, and you're going to bring him back. You have to get behind one of your fat boys up front, and you have to push. You have to stop worrying about doing damage and making the play. The way you make the play on this, the second level, if you're not in a gap, you have to push your fellow D lineman in front of you.
My
And then the
question-
moment it happens, they're going to hand the ball off and they're going to be on
That's
the
what I was
outside.
just going to say. When do the Eagles now just do a little handoff?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
This tush push is damn near impossible.
Would a Ray Lewis Ravens defense or a Troy Polamalu Steelers defense be able to stop the tush push, do you think?
Not if they're jumping.
Not
I'm
if
telling
they're
you, that's the
jumping.
key ingredient. You see it everywhere.
At Drunk Duck Co says, this is for JP Hovey, is South Carolina saving all their juice for Cocktober or just fraudulent football team? Hashtag Tier Talk.
You already know the answer to that. And Cocktober might start a little early.
Ooh. Just a few days away from Spooktober, boys. A few days
Yeah,
away
I'm
from
feeling
spooky
cocky.
season.
Get that cock out.
Yeah, next week.
Take that cock out early, man.
Next week.
At
Alert the
Dr.
officials.
Doozler says, hashtag Tier Talk. What are the possibilities both Nebraska and Vandy make the playoffs? I'm thinking pretty high as of right now.
As of right now, I would say I saw Vandy's. I know if you're a Nebraska fan, I feel like the possibilities right now are probably sitting around 94%.
Nebraska 3-0, still not ranked. They need to get ranked to make the playoffs. I like Vandy if they keep doing what they're doing. Could they win the SEC? What do they do next year when
Somebody's
Pavia's
going to
gone?
want to come play for Clark Lea.
Yeah, Clark
I
for
agree.
for sure.
Maybe even a better quarterback than Pavia.
Yeah, I'll say this about Nebraska: 10-2 is still wide open. Everything's right in front of you. 10-2 is still there. What we got here? Is Vikes issues more on McCarthy or the awful O-line play? Either way, it's frustrating to watch. So many offensive weapons go to waste. Little column A, column B. We talked about earlier. I think JJ's holding on to the ball a little bit longer. He's taking a little too long to dissect the defense and make crucial, fast decisions. And it's the offensive line. Like, listen, you've got there's a finite amount of time that you have to block for, and your quarterback needs to get it out. So I put this more on JJ at this point than I would on the offensive line.
Yeah, what he said. Parker Hockey, Coach Hockey. As someone who has suffered horrendous toe injuries at Will Compton, how scared should us Bengal fans be? Also, if he's out, can you make the call to a Jameis Winston or a Kirko Bangs to get them in stripes? Hashtag Tier Talk. I mean, look, grade 3, fully ruptured toe. Burrow's done. Bengals fans should be scared about this year if they had like Super Bowl hopes. I don't know if they did have those. Probably did with Joey B. I tell you what, interesting thought. Does Kirko have some juice left? Jameis Winston, did you see his interview in the locker room about being QB3? Like, that is as
So
good as it gets, bro. That is a player, like, no matter where you're at on the roster, and this has been a guy who is drafted, what was he drafted overall? He was 1 overall?
Yeah.
1 overall. He's been the guy at spots. He's been a backup at spots. He's been in every kind of position, like sitting in a position room to where, you know, a lot of guys at that point, they feel entitled. They don't, you know, when you get to QB3, do you even care to have the underdog mentality anymore? Do you want to fight for a position when you know there's a first round pick coming in out of Jackson Dart? Russell Wilson's going to be the guy. So you are going to be the third guy no matter what. I feel like a majority of guys would want to get out of that situation. Jameis answered that question and had a perspective as good as any teammate, any athlete you will ever see. And I strongly recommend any athlete who's out there, especially young athlete, listen to Jameis Winston talk about playing football and being a good teammate.
It's impossible to hate Jameis Winston.
Impossible.
Winston.
My
Impossible.
favorite part of his answer was like, this is my first time wearing number 19.
Yeah.
What a way to connect the dots of like, so you got to be ready for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, everybody wants to be the starter. I loved it. That was incredible, man.
This one seems like it's a question for Jack McPherson. Dylan_Stormer. Why does Will continue to disrespect the Vols? Hashtag Tier Talk.
I don't think Will's disrespecting the Vols.
Thank you.
I think he took a logical choice picking Georgia. Will's always supported the Vols. There has been a little bit of a fall off since Eckler left, so we'll monitor that. But I don't think Will disrespects the Vols. I think he has a lot of love for them, and he just wants to see a good program be great.
Thank you. That's true. Because I didn't know if you were going to start going. That answer couldn't have been any better. But I was going to say, Jack, do you actually think I'm disrespecting the Vols?
And I don't. There was a moment in New York at ESPN where I felt a little slighted because of your tone. But at the end of the day, what did I text you on Saturday? Said you were right.
Yeah, he did, like within minutes of that game being over. Yeah, I want the best for Vols Nation. I really do. And my heart was broken.
Matt
for
Malone
Vols.
FaceTimed me after the first quarter in the stands. Just to
He
say, he goes,
me.
"We're back." I go, "Okay, well, let's hope Georgia doesn't score here."
Well, part of me feels like there's a potential curse coming for Matt because he FaceTimed me and then showed me the next drive, and Joey Aguilar threw his first pick. So, and I said, "Don't ever call me again," and hung up.
Wow.
But I was happy that he was in the stadium, more than I could say.
Chef's pregame video.
I didn't even know he had that side to him.
That's insane.
I haven't
It
seen it
is
either.
wild.
Bro, just that's the chef. That's a Vols fan.
Yeah,
That goes beyond the building.
That's why I was like, save your voice.
Is that on Twitter?
He tweeted.
Yeah, I posted
Will
it.
tweeted it. Chef needed to tweet that too. I mean, I think he quote tweeted it, but we got to get our boys stepping up on the.
Yeah, I don't know if he did.
At GTover12 says #Tier Talk special guest for the Rococo Theater. By the way, if you're wondering, Rococo Theater, September 19th, Will Compton's birthday. We will be doing a live show that is in Lincoln, Nebraska. You can get your tickets at bwtb.com. Special guest, I think there's going to be a couple.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, one's announced, right?
One's announced, Josh Pate. There's rumors about there possibly being a couple more guests as well.
Rumors that Inside the Bus will be there as well.
Exciting stuff.
Leave that
Got
there.
to sign up. Get tickets now while you can.
Not my real name again at Nick at Night 99.8. Dear Talk Will, do you think eventually Michigan will start to use the spaces on the trophy that were supposed to be for Nebraska win? Parentheses, Nebraska isn't using them anyways. I don't know he's just running laps on me at this point
Why aren't you standing up for yourself?
because we haven't won. We haven't won, and we haven't won. There's no shit to be talked unless we win this game this weekend.
Yeah. Got to win one.
Gotta win one
Got to win one.
this weekend.
What else? That's good? Guys, we appreciate you so much for tuning in to the weekend recap. It's a pleasure to do this. We love watching ball. We love talking ball. And as always, if you stuck around this long and you want to ask a question to the boys, question, comment, concern, anything you want, use #Tier Talk every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Our boy Sherm will pick those up, and Monday we will discuss everything football. Big hugs, tiny kisses, and go blue.
We'll see you tomorrow too.